Inside Stone's Gambling Hall in Sacramento, California, you'll find Sammy's Restaurant and Bar. Recognized for its innovative, healthy global cuisine, Sammy's offers menu selections made with local, organic ingredients. Indulgent options like truffle fries, duck tacos, artisan wood-fired pizzas, fresh salads, and more, along with an eclectic selection of craft beers and classic handcrafted cocktails. Plus, with 40 big screen TVs, Sammy's is also the perfect place to catch your favorite game. Satisfy your craving anytime, 24/7, tableside or in the dining room at Sammy's Restaurant and Bar at Stone's Gambling Hall.
What is up, everybody? Welcome to Stone's Live Poker. My name is Veronica Brill. With me is the Jake.
You're welcome.
And tonight we are changing history. We are creating
Memories. Nightmares.
We are streaming PLO8 tonight. PLO8, Pot Limit Omaha 8, high-low split. It's gonna be amazing.
The greatest game the Spaghetti Monster has ever created.
The poker gods exist. 7-bet Jesus is real. Don't hate.
And in this game, we'll need to find him tonight.
If you haven't played PLO8, it is one of the greatest games of poker of all time.
I really feel like you can't consider yourself a poker player. You're just like
Sasha.
a hold'em player. Wow.
Sorry, I just had to do that.
You're a hold'em player, and if you're a poker player, you gotta play all of the variants. And if you are playing all the variants, like this will be one of the games that you will strive and love and want to play at all times.
So PLO8 isn't spread often in many places, right?
No, you'll find a spread as Big O, which is the same game but with 5 cards. But it's
O8 limit.
A lot of people know
08.
and this kicks it up a notch. Steps it up, and we
This
play
is where the
pot
big
limit.
boys play 08.
Bet, high, low, think hard, think deep.
Lots of pots, and I don't know what else to say. There's going to be lots of monies in the middle. Let's get down to the table
Bart
and introduce
Hansen.
Bart Hansen's in the house. So wait, let's introduce seat 1, Wizard of Azan. What's up, Ray? Aussie's inner circle. And what can we say about him? He's a crusher, but he's also a bad runner.
Aussie is like a secret, Omaha, addict.
Assassin.
I came in here one night. He's on the list for the 10-20 no limit game. Big game, and he's killing time playing 4-8 limit 08. He's just like, why? I love Omaha. What else am I gonna do?
C2 is Brandon. He's been on the stream.
Brandon's been on the stream. I think he played one of our PLO streams before. Brandon's in the game. He's got position on Aussie. That's good for him. Character in seat 3, I'm not very familiar with. JG.
I haven't seen him before either. I didn't even say hi to him because I haven't seen him before, and guys are shy when you haven't met them before. We'll see. He has a really bad seat because 2 is left. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Bartholomew Handsome.
Crush Live Poker himself.
I always call him handsome.
Stop. So I know Bart is a big 08 player. Bart loves himself some 08, and he self-professed loves the pot limit version, as much if not more.
Who wouldn't love it more?
I've played 08 with Bart. I've never played pot limit with Bart. I'm really excited to see how Bart is gonna handle this table tonight.
Seat 5, Pitter Patter Jake's Heart. It's Matt.
Mr. Matthews.
Matthew's one of the greatest crushers in the city. There's nothing more I can say. GTO, play up. I don't know what else can I say. He's perfect. There should be a statue of him outside of Stones. Seat 6, Pitter Patter My Heart, Mr. Zach from Sac. I have a serious poker crush on Zach. I'm just gonna admit it. He is my love, although he doesn't know it yet. Seat 7, Mr. Hollywood. This time there's no blood on our photo.
So Hollywood's in between a rock and a hard place. He's got position on Matt and Zach, and Matt and Zach love nothing more than to 3-bet each other all night long.
But the biggest crusher in this game, I would say, is on Mr. Earl Mencken is on Hollywood's left, and Earl is a crusher extraordinaire. He's probably, I would say, after watching him play some PLO, just PLO, he's one of the best PLO players I've seen. And he stabs a picture of Andrew Barber every day, like Andrew Barber's face in the pillow, because Andrew Barber has a bracelet and Earl just has a picture of him next to him.
You're the worst. You are the worst.
I trolled him once on Twitter. I switched their pictures. You saw that?
I did see that.
That was beautiful.
It was good.
Earl trolls me. He's got a good sense of humor.
Earl can be splashy. Earl can dick around, but when Earl wants to focus on a game and ruin people's lives, Earl really can. And Earl can play ATC poker and figure out where he's at in the hand later, and really, really complicate someone's world.
Twitchy Black Cat, welcome to the stream. Nice to see you. Dr. Flush, welcome to the stream. Thanks for the 08. Yes, I know. Thank you too. It was not my idea, but whoever's idea it was, this is amazing. There's gonna be lots of cards in the air. Pocket Tables, what's up? Thank you for the compliment. Jake and I decided to have our spring colors on today.
Is it not April?
How are you not wearing black?
I don't know what's happened to me lately. I'm dying. Sean McCormick in the house.
Sean McCormick will be here for Veronica and Friends. Grab her booty, bro. What's up? Welcome to chat. Nice to see you. Hello. Sean McCormick will be on Veronica and Friends. That'll be the third Wednesday of the month. I believe that's next Wednesday.
So, PLO8, it's my personal favorite game for a couple reasons. One is, the main reason it was why to enjoy a game is because no one else is really good at it. So everyone mostly plays Hold'em. From there, people will kind of graduate.
I love watching Hold'em players in a PLO game.
People will graduate to playing PLO and they'll kind of learn those games. Some players will then go the other way and they'll learn 08, and they never really learn to combine the two.
And so this is a great smash up.
Players will play too many hands and make a lot of mistakes in 08, and they'll play too many hands and make a lot of mistakes in PLO.
PLO and PLO8, total different hand selection as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah, absolutely. Because there's hands that in a limit game where you're going to be correct to call down or to see a flop with, because it's going to cost you one more bet. And on consecutive street choice, you can lay pretty good odds just to call down with like some really raggedy high only, like raggedy aces. And limit 08, you can actually still play. Raggedy aces in this game should probably just be cold folded in a lot of spots. They're just not worth playing.
Earl opens up the pot to 30. Matt calls. We have a 4-color deck, so you guys can keep track of it easier. We can't see Matt's cards.
So Earl flops the nut low draw and an inside straight draw for high.
Not the card he was looking for the low.
Backdoor flush draws get there. Can't see Matt's hand yet. And Matt's now going to lead into Earl. Now here's a spot where Earl, he can make a high. 8 would be the perfect card for Earl, of course. Would make his high and his low. He's going to call off right now. 100 now puts 370 in the pot. Ace gets there.
That's a tough card.
Earl makes a pair, not a pair he was wanting to make.
The stakes are 5-5, correct. Suited Ace says yes, Matt did forget his hat. It's the first time we've seen him on the stream without a hat, I think.
Check, check.
Earl's got a 7-3 for a low.
73 low for Earl.
Can't see
Matt's hand.
Matt's got 7, 8, 10.
Matt's got a pretty shitty PLO8 hand.
He doesn't care. I'm just here to...
Looks like he has some
What?
flush draws.
It's not Omaha?
Who knows? The hammer, yes, this is 5-5.
You don't listen to me.
What?
Exactly. Jake might as well be married to me because I just said that.
Now we see Matt's hand. Ace 9, 7, 6 double suited. A little optimistic for Matt's hand selection, considering his position. Matt also might be banking on the fact that most of the players are not going to be as experienced in this game as he is, and he can be able to play a lot more hands than he once can figure out where he's at, or namely where other players are at later in the hand. And if being pot limit, you really can bully players around, get people to fold raggy, junky lows, crappy 2-pair highs, that otherwise in a limit 08 game, you wouldn't be able to accomplish as easily.
Major Giggles, what's up? Welcome to the chat. Crappy 2-pair highs are what get you paid in this game when people can't fold them versus you.
Yeah.
Or even 1 pair. Oh, I love watching Hold'em players with aces in their their hand. They think it's so good.
Lose their mind.
The Brock 21, I was fired. I'm rehired. It's my second show back. Thank you. I got a raise also. It's coming out of JFK's paycheck. Action is on Hollywood.
So I believe Zach straddled here, sort of 5'10".
I love it. Zach's so good for this game because Zach is a great player, but he's also got some splashiness in him. The potential is there.
Bart, ace 10, 8 deuce. Is he much desired ace deuce combination in his hand? He'll open up out of the small blind.
Ace 5-6.
2 diamonds.
Bart's got a kind of raggedy diamond draw.
Bart's got some clunker diamonds.
Checks over to Zach and Zach bets. Bart's gonna call, see a turn. 3. This completes a backdoor spade draw. Well, that completes it. It
brings in a backdoor spade draw.
Brings it in.
Does complete the wheel. The deuce 4 now makes the wheel. Checks back. Bart's only drawn a half the pot here.
Deuce 4 also will give you the nut low. How you doing there, champ?
I'm alive. I'm not dying yet. I'm trying to die. Bart checked. Did Zach not check yet? It did go check. River card is a diamond, and Bart's going to lead out. So Bart does have technically a qualifying low. It's got a 7 low. I'm sorry, a 6 low. No.
Oh, look at
it's got
Zach.
A 6 low. And
so Bart leads for
raises.
175 and Zach raises, or sorry, 115 and Zach raises.
And there's no way that
that's a pot, right? He potted
Bart
it.
cannot call here. Bart is calling just to hope he gets his money back. Long term, that is not a good proposition. Bart's got a live deuce and an 8 high flush. Bart's going to call off.
You get to see Zach's hand.
Live deuce, 8 high flush. Is Bart going to scoop here?
We've seen Zach bluff before. No, it's going to chop.
Bart's flush is going to play for high. I think Zach might have maybe. Is Zach? Or do you? Oh no, yeah. Zach makes better diamonds, and Bart's deuce qualifies for the low.
Wow. Sickness. The sickness that is PLO8.
From Bart's perspective, it's hard for Zach to have both a better low
and a better high.
And better diamonds.
Mm-hmm.
You're just talking about specifically, A6 diamonds with the deuce 4, deuce 5, something like that. And Bart's blocking a lot of that.
Yeah, he wouldn't be quartering the pot there. The old call the quarter.
It's a terrible feeling, but it's real in this game. Poker Sniper, they are much deeper than $400 deep. The green chips are $25. Most players, it looks like, are well over 1K.
The white chips are
and the white chips are hundreds.
We can see Bart. My parents are calling me right now. They're cute. They just call me all the time.
I don't think anyone's that shallow. Looks like maybe Brandon's a little on the lighter side. Bart makes it 35 to go.
Hollywood's actually quite deep. Bart raises 35. Hollywood calls. King, Queen, Jack.
Bart's gonna bluff at this. There really are no good turn cards for him. It's hard for that flop to hit Hollywood.
Check, check.
Well, he checks back. 3 comes off.
Now Hollywood's gonna lead. $30.
Bart calls with a pair of jacks.
Sorry, it was a $40 bet, my bad. Ace on the river. There's no low.
Bart improves to aces and queens with the jack kicker. Hollywood shows the ace king. Ace king, take it down for scoop. I'm surprised Bart didn't bet the flop. On queen, queen, jack versus Hollywood. Hollywood plays so snug. I don't see Hollywood. There's no low draw. Obviously, there's a couple straight draws there, but Hollywood's going to mostly be playing low card combinations in this game. And I'm surprised. It's hard for our hand to really improve. Hollywood's hand can definitely improve. But with Ace Jack 8-8 on Queen Queen Jack. Yeah, we're not getting a better hand to call. We can get a lot of equity to fold in this game. I think we just bet there, take the pot down.
I think anytime Hollywood bets to me and I've got position on him, I'll probably bet. Or raise him on the turn? No?
We were to check back and raise there. You were like repping like queen, jack, full houses.
I've done worse things for less chips.
I believe you.
I'm gonna grab some water. That was my only way to get out of the booth, but fine, thanks.
Yeah. We are playing 8-handed tonight, Rick.
And you sound like you've swallowed a pound of testosterone.
We are playing 8-handed tonight, Rick.
So there you go. Look at Azan's hand. 9-8-6-5 double suited. This is PLO. Aussie's opening that all day long. In PLO8, that hand is trash.
Yeah, no, I agree. These mid-range hands.
Hollywood's got aces. 1 wheel card. He is suited, but he is blocking one of his own suits.
They're discussing Hollywood's raise. Hollywood goes to 35. Can you just coughed on my face. You blew it on my face.
Good.
Earl calls. 7-7-3 on the flop. Hollywood checks.
Check off from Hollywood. Pretty standard on this board.
King on the turn.
That's disco for Earl.
Earl's more scary now. You know, people are a little more chubby, they're happier, and now he's just scary. He's staring him down. I'd be scared if I was Hollywood. Hollywood's gonna call.
Hollywood is not a believer.
Maybe he thinks his ace-5 is good for a low. Maybe the river will give him a low. Nope.
It's not going to do it.
Now Hollywood's got 7s full, but no good.
Hollywood say call? Hollywood did. Sounds like he did.
Wow, he did say call. Earl must have a reputation of being a bluffer.
Earl has worked very hard on his reputation to develop into a machine that gets himself paid off.
Because he was spewy for many of our first PLO episodes.
Earl was dicking off in those episodes.
Yes, and
When Earl wants to take poker seriously, Earl's very good at poker. Make no mistake about it.
I
When
know
Earl-
he's a highly intelligent crusher, best friend of Andrew Barber. Yes, has the world figured out, and poker.
Yes.
You masturbate to him at night.
You gotta stop soon.
You can't handle me sober. That's your problem. There is a straddle, ladies and gentlemen. 5-5-10. Mateo
Galvin
Galvin.
says, no shit, he said, call. He loses the 2 hands. And the way he played it makes no sense to check the flop.
Why is he checking with aces, with an ace-5 there, unless it's a trap? Something to be said for the way Hollywood plays. Quite a bit on the snug side. No?
That's an understatement.
Zach raises to 30. Hollywood quickly calls. Hollywood's playing a little more than usual. Are we seeing a leaf turning over tonight?
I would hope so.
Zon's in the hand. No, he is not. My bad.
Ace King deuce 2 diamonds. Zach's got an inside wheel draw. Backdoor flush draw. Hollywood's gonna get it in.
Zach calls.
Zach turns the club draw. And makes trip aces. King's full is good for Hollywood.
Mateo Galvin, this is a eight-handed PLO game.
What's up, girlfriend?
We only have round by round in Milwaukee. I don't know what you mean. Like,
So a lot of times they'll play the part of rotation like half PLO, half PLO, and every round we'll play PLO8.
what's up,
PLO.
Cedric? How you doing?
Brother.
Good. How you doing?
Good.
Wow.
Love me some Cedric. I wish he'd come back to the stream. Bigger Ultra, what is up? Welcome to the game.
Yeah, half high low.
I don't mind that either. We used to play a really good dealer's choice game in Canada. Some crazy they spread crazy pineapple in the casino. PLO, what else did we play? I can't even remember now, it's so long ago. Dealer's choice is a great game.
It's very
They
good.
need to bring it here into the casinos where we like to gamble.
The drama.
Dramaha is amazing, right?
It's the best game. Because everyone's so really terrible at that game. Myself included.
You're terrible at it?
I said everyone.
Oh, everyone, yeah. I mean, it's such a gambling game. But it's fun.
Bart's got the ace deuce.
Woo!
Suited ace, he will open the pot. He's got an okay kicker to go along with his ace.
Zach's coming along for the ride.
I don't trust Aussie with a shaved beard.
I don't even know who that is.
Looks like a child again.
Ace Queen 8 on the flop. Bart flops top 2,
Top 3.
top 3, yeah, and Zach flops a set of queens. Bart continues. Didn't see what the bet was.
Zach will probably play his hand very fast.
55. Looks like a raise is coming. 150. Now, don't let Bart's stack size fool you. Those are all 100s. He's got quite a bit behind. He calls. Four on the turn.
Low draws get there.
Bart check? Yes, he did. Zach checks.
Zach checks back.
What is Bart thinking now that Zach checked behind?
Once Zach checks back the turn, he doesn't give him credit for like a real big high. Probably think Zach could also continue to barrel his draws. Deuce 3 got there on the turn for the low. So in the case if you had the low, you want to try to make your opponent fold out the high. So you'd bet there. So once he checks back, Bart's pretty confident his high is good, even though it's not here. They're gonna chop it up. Bart's got a live deuce. What else is new? And Zach's trip queen's good for the high.
I find this game, well, I guess in the limit, 08 is a little more trying to squeeze out thin value than a typical Omaha game or even Hold'em. If you start to, if you don't evaluate your spot in the hand, you may be quartering pots, you end up losing small value spots. No?
Yes.
You're so quiet tonight. I feel like you need some whiskey.
Yes, let's make that happen.
What do you want me to do?
Get
Tell
whiskey,
me.
we just covered this. We just covered this. Sean McCormick says happy birthday, Veronica.
Thank you, Sean McCormick.
Are you gonna do like a birthday backflip for us here in the booth?
I already did a birthday backflip. I need a trampoline to do one though. I can't do one without a trampoline. I'm too old now. I hadn't done a backflip in like 15 years.
Yeah.
You didn't believe I could. You were like, no, you're not gonna do it. Yeah, right. BS, man.
Taco Gato 69. Taco Gato 69 says you're turning 20.
Yes. Shut up, Jake. Trampoline snap for the win. I can put it back on Snapchat.
Bart Limpson, Jack 5-4. Not the greatest hands. Hollywood's got a playable hand, 4-3-3 deuce. One suit. And Azan's got a real bastard of a hand with the ace triple nickel.
Ace triple nickel.
9-6 deuce, 2 spades.
That's the best he can do in this game, though.
It really is.
You know he runs bad on our live stream.
Azan's got the only ace I can see here. Another spade comes off.
This hand's a mess.
It really is. Now JG's gonna lead out. First money you've seen him put in all night.
He banned it out, but this is what they did. They banned it and they closed it. So what is on this?
So now we see JG's hand. JG turns 3 pair. To the queen 6 deuce. And he gets through. Sean McCoy says, if I'm not drunk from the time I get off my flight on Monday till the time I fly out on Thursday, the whole trip is a loss.
That's how we feel about just hanging out with each other.
Yeah.
It's a loss if we're sober.
It's a work to be sober with somebody. Valve 32, max 1 by 1K. I'm not sure. I know it's table stakes.
So this is the weird thing about Stones is that a lot of people don't know what the max buy-in is because it's not capped by the house. It's capped by the biggest chip stack. You could buy into the biggest chip stack right now in almost every game at Stones besides the 1-2.
Yeah, I think when the game starts, when you start a fresh 5-5 inning, it is a 1K max to start. In other words, it's a 200 minimum, 1500 max. 1500 max to start, and then we play table stakes after that.
That lasts about 30 minutes.
It really does. Earl's double suited, ace and a wheel card.
Normac 11, PLO8 is a hell of a drug. Rick James.
Bart also double suited, has a wheel card.
I like Bart's hand. I'm not saying, I'm just saying. 10 deuce 4.
Bart flops a nut low draw. Checks over to Matt, who was the original aggressor in this hand. He's going to bet into 2 opponents.
Earl quickly folds.
Yeah, he's got nothing to that.
Vav 32 says, just wondering because it seems shallow considering the lineup. Be prepared. I have a feeling this game is going to get quite a bit bigger considering who is in the game.
Matt now makes a pot-sized bet on the turn, it looks like. Pretty sizable bet. Bart check hold the flop. And Matt's got to be pretty confident, either 1, that he needs another mule, or 2, that Bart's on a low draw, and he wants him to pay the 9s for it. Bart did turn a pair. Bart's going to say yes, let's get it in. Bart is here to gamble.
I love it. Love
a pair of jacks and the low draw. And Matt cannot get his money in there fast enough. 9.
Oh, brutal.
Bart makes 2 pair.
That's it.
Matt's got a set of 10s. And a belly full of booze. Nothing can go wrong for Matt. Yeah, just give some more. There you go. Now swallow.
I love Matt. You know, I've never noticed how freaking sassy Matt is until I spent like a couple hours with him.
Sassy, really?
He's witty and freaking doesn't put up with shit.
No.
He gives it right back.
That's how he can tolerate me, because he can talk shit back to me.
Yeah, he's awesome. I always thought he was just a shy kid, but he's got a mouth on him. I love it. He could be my friend.
Yeah.
I text him at 3 in the morning. It's not because I'm stalking him. It's because I want him to be my friend.
Oh, Bart also turned the nut flush draw. Yes. Sorry, that one I completely overlooked spades. Bart turned the nut spade draw.
Spaded Up says, all I need is a big ass chain. Perfect. That's really my style too.
I could see you pulling it off.
If she had a gold chain and roller skates, she could be a Halloween 80s porn chick. Rick and Barstow, I was not expecting that from you. I thought better of you.
I can see Rick and Barstow like looking over shoulders, like making sure that no one's watching and type that out.
I know. Shut up, Marge. You can't tell me what to do. Go back upstairs.
I hope you're only typing nice words.
Rick, do you need another lemonade?
No, we love the Rick.
Bigger
Matt's
Ultra
got the
says,
straddle on.
Bigger Ultra says, how's Matt not falling out of that chair? Kind of looks like it, right?
The night is not over.
He needs to lean a little bit so he can drink it faster. There you go, Matt. Queen 4-5 on the flop.
Zach flops a set. Bart's got the nut draw. That's right, nut club draw.
With a pair.
Zach's also got a pretty good, decent low, or got the nut low draw. We should see some money go in the middle. Zach bets 50, set, nut low draw. Bart's just gonna call, he's got no low.
6 on the turn.
Makes Zach's low.
Nut
And
low.
Bart is still trying to get just a high. Barrel. Bombs away. There's 2 flush draws. There's straight draws. We got half the pot on lockdown. We got set. We can still make a pretty good high. We have a good high. We can make an even better high with board pairs. Bombs. And Bart's reaching the pocket. Here's another good thing about running some more diverse games up here. We get people like Bart Hansen coming from LA, and we get some LA cash in the local Sacramento poker community because that's what we do. We break those guys. Because later we're gonna get Bart drunk and like leave him at some
Leave him at a random truck stop and see if he can get home. That should be a new game. Like, can Bart make it to his hotel today?
It's like, like where in the world is Carmen Sandiego? Like, where in the world is Bart Hansen?
And then you and I make money on the side hosting everyone's bets. Like, we'll be the middleman. No? Ooh. I was about to say, who is that kid coming in? No, it's Earl. Earl looks like a kid.
It's the ball cap. And sombrero. I like that Matt's drinking. I like that Matt's having a good time.
I know. Who is this Matt?
I'd like to see some of the other players jump in, mix it up, start 3-betting each other.
Zach.
And here's the thing, just like, like PLO8, just like PLO, the equities run so close. And in this game, you know what? You can always accidentally make, win half the pot.
Oopsie.
So you can just oopsie half the pot.
I've done that.
It's like just get your money in there.
That's the one thing. You could drink at this game and not pay much attention and just table your hand.
Table your hand. The dealer gives you half your money back.
Right.
That's how you play the game.
That's how I won money before on it. Ace 3-6 on the flop, and there's a lot of cards here. Zach looks like he's drawing to the nut low.
Zach flops the nut low.
Oh yeah, he does flop the nut low.
He's gonna lead right out at it. He's gonna get called by JG. Cannot see his cards yet. Heads up to the turn. 7 of spades comes off, brings a second flush draw. Zach also is open-ended. Zach not makes a straight. Zach makes a 7 high straight. Zach's got the nut low, 7 high straight. Zach's got all of it. JG calls him. Board pairs, complete spades. Zach still has a nut low. His high now is in question. We still have to bet. There's 290 in the pot. Zach's gonna check. Quick check call. JG makes a flush.
Sean McCormick said he takes Zach's hand. Well, yeah, because we couldn't see the other one. Nut, nut, till the river.
And that's the way this game goes. You got it, and then you never have it. Or a quarter of it, or oftentimes none of it. One counterfeit after another. That's how this game goes.
It's like life. It trains you for life.
It does. You're going to be disappointed.
Yes.
Yeah.
But then we'll give you just a little bit back just to keep you.
Just to keep you in. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like the fiends out there like ripping slots. They always talk about that time they won $185 on a penny slot, and they keep just grinding away the kids' college.
Who are you talking to? I know, like everyone I know is like, yeah, I've won like $5,000 on the penny slots. I'm like, Jesus, I've never even won $30 on a slot machine.
Because we don't play slot.
I'm not on the dark side.
We're not on the dark side. We're better than that.
No. No, we're not. We just have the addiction hasn't hit us yet. Hollywood's
Sensational
straddling.
One says bad check call. I tend to
disagree.
I tend to agree with him. Do you feel like he should be leading there, or do you feel like he should be check raising?
I think he thinks he's chopping right there. So
he knows he's chopping, but it doesn't mean.
So he thinks he can get a high to fold, a spade to fold. Yeah, because the board's paired, I guess.
I tend to agree. I tend to check raise pot. Other guy never has to do sport. You can make a lot of flushes and non-nut boats fold. I tend to agree with you.
JG raises to 25. Hollywood says take it. You know, I was thinking
Did you order
like.
those coffees?
No, I will.
Okay.
I was thinking that I need to watch this game sober because I can't. I mean, there's just a lot of cards.
A lot of cards,
high-low.
highs, lows.
But then now I'm sitting here like, oh god damn it, I should have had a drink.
Yeah.
Oh my god. East Bears, that is Earl in seat 8.
Yes,
you have
is.
to remember this is an 8-handed table, so it's where 9 typically sits. So
Earl is the first man to the right of the dealer.
yes.
That is Earl. I believe Earl took a recent weight loss prop bet.
And he looks like a new man. Although he's more grumpy now that he's skinny, because that's standard. There's a guy sitting in seat 1 that looks like our friend, but he's not.
He's not.
We don't know who he is.
Brandon opens the pot. High only hand, ace, king, jack, 10 for the suit. That's okay. JG makes a call. Hollywood comes along. We haven't seen anyone 3-bet free yet.
Ace 4 jack on the flop. Brandon flops 2 pair. Can't see what JG has. Someone else has a low.
Top 2 is good enough. Brandon fires out.
Alright, I'll get his coffee.
Get his copies. JG folds and imagine everyone else is going to follow suit as well. Matt can't continue. So good. Sean McCormick asks, do you guys allow running it twice in this game? PLO8 running twice always seems kind of funny to me. I see what you're saying. Like, I mean, pots are chopped and whatnot anyways, oftentimes. So why run it twice? I mean, I suppose if you get in a couple monsters, you know, on like a high only board, it might make sense to treat it like a regular PLO pot or game. But if you know, if you don't know if someone's high low, going both ways or whatnot, yeah, just kind of like generally run it once in PLO8. PLO, I always run it twice, of course, or 3 times if I can. PLO8, run it once. Then I find it's a lot easier for me to recognize, like much like in Hold'em, where you can get your money in way out in front. In this game where you're free rolling your opponent, you know, you have the same high and you have a low, or vice versa. Same high and you're free rolling, you know, the other end of the low. Where you don't necessarily need to run it twice because you already have your opponent, you know, DOA.
Oh yeah, in this, yeah. I do find it, I mean, I guess if you want to run it twice, it is interesting to run it twice.
Second Doctor says the California PLO8 champion is here.
Tooth Doctor, Second Doctor. You're so cute when you say things wrong.
Tooth Doctor.
Who's the PLO champion? If you're talking about Earl, yes. Jack Juice 8 on the flop. Graphics are catching up. Aussie just got a jack. Can't see what Zach's got.
Aussie makes a call. Disco. Aussie's wrap gets there. He also turns a flush draw to go along with it. There's no low available. Aussie's probably going to lead here. No, he's going to go for the check raise.
Zach checks back.
And that's why I don't check there, because Zach's going to check that card back so many times. 10 comes off, changes the board. I'm dying.
Now he leads. No flush got there. Queen King's pretty much the only thing better. Yeah, Zach lets it go. No low.
The Hama says, hee, that's me. The Hama is the California PLO8 champion, according to the Tooth Doctor. Maybe according to others, too. I don't know who the Hama is.
Get on our next game. I want to see it. If you're in California, why? Why are you not here?
I sound like I've been smoking cigarettes.
Have you?
I have not.
You've been smoking anything?
No.
I don't know you anymore.
Just heroin, crack cocaine. Don't do drugs, kids. Stay in school. Evidently, we are not up to date with the champions.
Evidently. So Zach races to 30, gets a couple callers. $10-4-7. Just randomly. Kind of a sloppy board.
Zach's gonna bet it. He bets 80.
Zach's blocking himself from everything.
Hollywood still has aces. Has a second nut low draw.
Well, I mean, Zach's got the ace-3 also. Deuce comes, little quarter. Can't see Aussie's hand. He says he's going to come along.
Aussie overcalls.
3 on the turn.
Zach now makes 2 pair. Still has a second nut low draw. Check to Hollywood. Makes a sloppy bet.
All in.
I guess Hollywood figures right this price he's going to commit to the hand with the aces and just. I mean, he doesn't want the 3 to come off.
Yeah, he wanted a deuce on that
Hollywood
turn.
just trying to rely on his table image here. I'm so tight. I always have ace, deuce, 10-10 here. I don't know. The dealer not putting the board on the marked area is tilting me.
I know, but I noticed it's been happening a lot with a few of the dealers. I don't know if they're told to
Maybe
do
they
that.
moved the antenna? I don't know.
It does tilt me too.
So, Aussie folded. Action's back on Zach. Zach's got 2 pair. Ace 5 low. He can improve if a deuce comes off. Would make them that low. We have 2 pair in the second that low, Zach. Just call. Zach. And Hollywood's reputation gets him the scoop.
Here comes Cedric giving everyone some love.
Chuck Pesos does not like when I'm wearing a sexy shirt.
Meguana Gioza. Hello from Italy. Nice to see you.
Ciao.
Ciao. I don't know any Italian. I know when I was there I just said delicioso a lot.
I tend to agree. I don't fold there if I'm Zach. 2 pair and the second nut low. My fold button's very broken at that price. 165 to call in a pot of 500 and change. I just can't. I can't find that many folds there. And her hand can still improve.
Hollywood's, kind of a little more active than usual. I'm surprised. I'm impressed. I'm happy. We are being informed by Pocket Abe's that the reason why they are putting the cards off kilter like that is because, the location of the antenna, they just refelted the table and the cloth slightly off. Chuck Pesto says he doesn't like it when you wear sexy shirts.
Well, he's going to have to deal with it.
But he's kidding, you pull off the tangerine.
It's so cheap and juicy.
So we went wine tasting on Saturday.
Yes, we did. And I'm a fish and I bought a membership.
I also have a membership. And we bought a lot of wine.
Yeah, we did. The dead grapes is real.
Yes, it was awesome. And we both came back with stains on our shirts.
Yes, we did.
I couldn't get the stains out of my shirt, by the way. Napa Valley is a beautiful place. And there's a casino there. Why we didn't go there and barrel, I don't know.
Missed opportunities.
That's what we do. We're all about missed opportunities.
Next time we go there, we drink a barrel of wine.
And then we barrel.
And then we barrel.
A barreling trip.
Zach's got a little monster.
Oh,
He'd prefer to have the suited ace, but he'll settle for the suited queen.
Yeah.
Ace, ace, queen, deuce. It's good enough for pot size open. Near pot size open. Makes it 30 to go.
Hollywood's chatting it up. Oh, wow. Everyone's got mules tonight.
Never to go wrong.
I just can't do vodka. As Polish as I am, I can't do vodka. Tequila, though. That's the nuts.
Wow. And Zach gets no love. Here's the problem. Zach's not 3-betting enough. Zach normally is 3-betting anything and everything that Matt puts in the pot.
Yes.
And he's not tonight, and so now they're knowing if he's going to put money in the pot, then he's not peddling, and he's getting no action.
Which is odd.
I find it very odd.
Yes, because we know, you know, we've seen him triple barrel bluff.
This game, most players aren't as comfortable with. It's a different game.
And the milk on the side. Veronica, you're the best.
Thank you, Veronica.
Enjoy.
Let me help you.
Well, thank you.
Is that enough?
Yeah, that's sufficient.
Let me know how you like it.
I like my coffee like I like my coffee.
Coffee?
Coffee. It's good.
And a cough drop.
Cough
yes.
drop, hot tea,
Aussie,
a tetanus shot.
is Aussie opening? Did you get your AIDS medication yet? Is that why? What's happening?
No, it's on back order.
That's why. He's getting a HIV breakout. Deuce 4 Jack. I'm not going to sleep tonight now.
Graphic lag.
Just to confuse us more.
Zach folds second nut and 2 pair, and then raises ace and see 2 folds king. It was pretty ragged. It was king 9-6 if I'm not mistaken. That was a pretty standard fold in this game.
Actually, it's one of the better coffees I've had. Jake!
I'm gonna need.
You're getting all red. Are you freaking
dying? Yes.
No, contagious.
We don't know yet.
Oh no, you're not hot. Okay.
All right.
I would have ran out of this booth if you were.
That's fine. Yeah, king 9-6. It's a trash hand. We don't play the king 9-6. Too much folding going on in this game.
Yeah, we really should have not been doing commentary tonight. We should have actually gotten in this game.
Hollywood now limp re-raises ace 6 deuce.
A little
Earl's
too much.
got a suited ace and a wheel card. Earl's probably gonna be willing to get it in here.
Earl says go ahead, put it in.
Yeah, anytime you have aces, a suit, and a wheel card, it's pretty standard to get it in as the case here for both these players now.
Did Hollywood have some like tequila tonight? He's a little Coco Loco tonight. I haven't seen this out of him.
Well, Hollywood's got a legit hand.
I know, but we've seen Hollywood limp fold ace king in position to a raise. Like
He wasn't in position. He can't limp fold.
No. Okay, no, limp, and then when the blind's raised, he'd fold it.
9-9-7. No one turns a suit. No low. Chop the high. Both players play ace for high, and it's a chop. Earl did turn an 8.
Rick and Barstow doesn't find you hot either.
Thank you, Rick and Barstow.
I don't know, yo. Max buy-in initially was 1,500, and now they can just buy into the biggest stack. So we can see the stack sizes right there. Brandon's got the shortest stack at 400. Matt H's got, what did it say for Matt H?
I didn't see.
Oh, Veronica and Friends, next Wednesday. I'm a little worried. I'm a little scared.
You're a little scared?
I'm not letting any crushers in the game. No Zach, no Azan, no any professionals. So just you.
I'm not playing. It's my drinking day.
Kathy's coming.
I'll play.
Yes.
I'll play.
My only one regular couldn't go because he has tickets to U2.
It's tickets to you too.
Frank. I was like, Frank, no one likes U2. Just get out of it.
The Joshua Tree, 1986. That's a great album.
1986. Again, you don't like 80s. Remember your rules? These are your rules.
There's exception to every rule.
Don't make rules and then break them for yourself.
Whatever.
Do as I say, not as I do, Veronica.
Ace 9-3 deuce. Good enough for an open from Azan.
That's as good as it gets for him, actually.
That's a great album. Kaichin asks, can I play on Veronica and Friends?
Yes, you can. You have to contact me on Twitter. Angry_Polak. Just like my screen name.
Trip deuces and the nut low draw for Azan.
Ooh.
Hollywood also has the nut low draw.
What a nice hand.
Aussie's in free roll city.
Ace.
Aussie fills up. Hollywood might like that card. Ace and the king kicker. Net low draw. No longer than that low draw. Both players get counterfeited on their low draw, but Aussie fills up for the high. Like cat. I don't know how to pronounce that. Caton? Caton? Caton. I know I'm messing that up. Aussie bets 125, takes it down. Yeah, both players can counterfeit the low draw. Free rolls. Kitten. It's nice, but kitten.
I don't think any of them care what they spell their names like. A lot of their names are spelled incorrectly.
I don't know about this.
So is it spelled or spelt?
Drink. Cheers.
You're supposed to drink after you cheers. That's what I mean.
Nova Scotia.
That's delicious. I could have that at breakfast. That's a good coffee.
You could spell Jake. Jake? I suppose you could.
That would just be wrong, though. Aussie's got a nice little hand, but not delicious,
Got a
but
clunker.
nice.
What are you doing? The 7 of clubs is just there.
This is just like,
It's just, it can
it's your
qualify.
redheaded
It
stepchild.
can technically qualify for some love. This hand goes horribly wrong,
It could.
and it could. That might actually save him half the pot sometimes. Hand theory, by Veronica.
Handle theory. That would be a great book, Twitch Handle Theory by Veronica Brill. Get it while supplies last. King 6-4. And Azan kind of connects with that clunker flop with his clunker hand.
Earl's open-ended. Has a better low draw.
Better low draw. Let me say it sometimes.
Aussie now turns trip kings.
Pocket tables, that is correct. Commentator saying your name wrong is a rite of passage on Stones Live, especially me. I name everybody. I read Plastica, Plastak. I give them all the wrong name. Earl bets 120.
Aussie makes a call.
River's a 9.
Aussie's trip kings are still good.
There's no flush out there.
Nothing really gets there. Earl is still going to be barreling here.
Aussie's going to scoop this.
Aussie gets his money in as fast as he can.
Now, interesting there, Aussie didn't table all 4 cards.
Earl mucked.
Oh, Earl mucked. Okay,
As
okay.
soon as Aussie said call, Earl mucked, and so Aussie just showed the ace king.
Ah, okay. Yeah, because you do actually showdown. You do have to table all 4 cards.
Kitten asks, when is Dramaha going to be on stream?
Oh God, we want it
As
yesterday.
soon as any of us are positive on how we should be playing that game, then we'll stream it. I think I'm the
That's
most
valid.
I think by a large margin I'm the most proficient out of all of us.
You could write a book about it.
It would be very incorrect, but
It doesn't matter.
I've done some more.
It would be the only book out there. It would be the Bible of it.
I've done a little bit more work on it.
You could put something together that would be workable.
For us.
Have Andrew Barber write the intro. It would be given the blessing, and then
Stop.
the saint that is Andrew Barber,
Stop.
the patron saint of Omaha.
Stop.
Let me just get some of that brown off your nose.
You're a shitty human being.
You love it. You wouldn't have me any less shitty than I am.
Get Delta flush. Good strategy. That does happen.
Perfect. That's actually beautiful. Oh, And then how many do you draw? Up to 4?
You can drop. No standard. If you're playing like 5 or 6 handed, you can drop it like up to 5s. Jack, Jack 6, and Zach makes a lot of jacks.
Check, check. 8 on the turn now. Earl's got the nut flush draw. Or sorry, the nut low draw.
And he'll probably try to bet here to get Zach off of any kind of a qualifying high hand. Little does he know that Zach's got a pretty goddamn good qualifying high hand. Zach also turns a second nut low. Earl doesn't waste it. Zach reaches for raising chips, and Earl beats him to the muck. Earl's not here to waste any time.
Earl is one of my favorite Twitter human beings. It saddens me that he's not on there trolling more, but he's probably one of the greatest, one of my like top 10 favorite Twitterers. Now, Snapchat, top 3 is Nick Colvin.
Oh, yes.
Greatest poker snaps in the world.
By a large margin.
Yes. One day he'll be too big and they won't even let him snap around him because everyone will know.
Yeah.
Like if your butt crack shows, you're going on Nick's snap.
Yeah.
Today's snap was amazing. It just shows you like how amazing poker players are.
The wonderfully terrible things that we all do.
Shoes off, eating nuts, playing video games, belly leaning on the table.
Watching porn, playing.
Watching porn. Amazing.
Poker.
It's amazing. Life
Straddle's
is
on.
beautiful.
Tooth Doctor says, I hate the check, don't let the lows draw. I tend to agree with you. You don't need to slow play much in this game.
You'll get value out of the low draws. Ace Deuce will stay to the end of the world. So you coughed your freaking AIDS on me, and now I'm hot. I'm probably getting a fever and dying.
We got hot AIDS, that's nice. Most of our hands are still in disguise here, so it's going to be kind of hard to commentate this one.
JG leads. I can't drink all of this because I won't be able to sleep.
I'm fine.
No?
I'm fine.
I don't have AIDS. You do. You can't get it again.
I'm not worried about it.
What's wrong? What's wrong, Snookums?
I'm dying.
I don't have any sick time. Please don't get me sick.
Five of Spades checks through on the turn.
Carlton, that was not Nick with his shoes off. That was the guy next to him. Deuce 3's not low right now. Hollywood shows a clunker. Not flush draw. This table looks fun. They're all talkative. Bart's having fun.
Bart's not joking. Which one booze and Bart?
We should send booze over to them.
We should send booze to them.
Veronica! Veronica! Veronica's coming. Our savior, Veronica.
We would like to send drinks to the table. I'm sorry? We want to send drinks to the table. Table 11.
That would really shit if she just picks another random table.
I know. Yeah, table 9 got a whole round of drinks. Amazing, right? Yes, that 1-2 limit hold'em just got a round of drinks and it's getting crazy. 1-2 limit hold'em is, have you ever played it?
No.
They spread it in some downtown casino in Vegas and I played it and it was like I'd rather get a root canal with no anesthesia. 1-2 limit.
Why would you do that to yourself?
Because people with me didn't play poker and were scared.
I get you.
The women there look like they ate lipstick for breakfast.
That's hot.
Not when you're 95. It's like, oh, you got lipstick all over your face. Zach opens.
It's actually Matt is going to open here. Zach's on the call.
Oh, I'm sorry.
There we go. Now Earl's going to put in the 3-bet. There we go. Get the game out of the muck, Earl. Earl makes it 130 to go with a deuce, 3, 4, 6, 1 suit. I like to play.
Oh, they're talking about hashtag king.
Whose fault is that?
That's mine. 100% mine.
There you go.
Mary.
Yeah.
You.
3-bet and take it down.
Sean McCormick is watching us drinking, and we appreciate it. Thank you for the snap.
Sean McCormick is the nuts.
He is. I can't wait till he gets here.
I really am surprised we're not seeing very much 3-betting here. Stop Snapchatting. I don't know, yo, says, played in an 8-16 game like 3 years ago. I was there for like 12 hours and you guys watching Breaking Bad the entire time. Binge watching, that's what people do now. And I'm sure on some like level you're losing value by not paying attention to what's going on in the game. But I mean, come on, if you're watching Breaking Bad for 12 straight hours, you're probably just losing value in life. It was a good show. It was a good show. I watched it.
It was a great show. You can't say that. Tooth Doctor says getting in like 5 hands between each live hand. And that's no joke. Well, I mean, it is PLO8. It's a little different than a typical Hold'em game. And they're playing pretty deep. I keep telling Justin, I want to mic up the players and just almost not do commentary. Just let the players talk and just let the cameras follow them and just get some loud people in there. Get me in there. I'll talk a lot.
Absolutely.
You too. You're a loudmouth. You can't stop. You're actually a bigger, louder mouth than me.
No.
No, that's true. It's
No.
100% true. I can't get a word in with you most of the time.
Let's poll the dealers, poll the staff, poll the room, the players. And I'm not well loved here, so there would be nothing more than people that, to tell me how loud and obnoxious that I am. But you know there's no way everyone in this room does not swear up now that you're one of the loudest
Okay,
people
I'm
here.
loud, but you don't stop talking. And you're loud.
No.
And I've been in arguments with you on your
JFK,
side.
Look at JFK Stone's TV. He spends a lot of time here.
I've been in arguments with
Boom.
you on your side, and I still couldn't even get a word in. On your side.
See, JFK's got my back. Jake is not loud. Jake is a lot. He is not loud.
That is so wrong, and you know you're wrong. I hate
He's
you.
got my back.
I've
Thank you,
seen
Justin.
you see red.
That was different. That was not poker. That was something else.
Don't get into fight with bums outside. That's what you do, and you start fights with them, and you're a horrible human being.
JG makes it 25 to go. Gets calls from Zach and Earl.
Deuce Queen 7.
We have a PLO8 feeder game going as well. The Wolf is in the feeder game.
Hello.
Jake only talks nonsense about stupid poker plays. Anything else, he's quiet. Thank you, JFK Stones TV.
Oh, there's Ed, my favorite security guard. It is true, Jake can go for like 6 hours about one poker hand, about the flop, like the flop play. Super annoying.
9 comes off on the turn, it looked like. Pretty good card for Earl's hand. And Earl's going to make a pot-sized bet.
Bart does have the nut low draw. Letting it go.
He's got no high.
Yeah. Big mistake I made when I started playing this game is sticking around with like the second nut low draw. You know, and then
no high.
No high.
When you
it's
say
like such a
when you
big
say
problem.
you started making that mistake, that was like the other night playing, like
No.
08. Last time you played 08.
No.
No. Okay. I'm pretty sure the last 8-16 game that we played, I'm pretty sure that same shenanigans were happening.
I have no recollection of this game because someone gave me too much wine. I can't name that person. It's probably you.
Usually.
Sean McCormick, you're in the freaking booth next Monday. God damn it. Do you not know these things? Have you not looked at the Stones calendar? So there's a straddle out of Zach, and Hollywood quickly calls. Earl's in the hand. And Sean McCormick, keep the shirtless snaps coming, baby, because Jake loves it.
I do. It does a lot for me.
Bunch of callers.
5-way love.
Queen, deuce, 8.
Hollywood flops top. Also has a second nut low draw.
Which is right now the best. Queen on the turn, checked around, queen on the turn.
Brings a club draw. No one has a club draw. So Hollywood's now playing trip queens with an ace kicker.
And a pretty good low.
Pretty good low draw. Earl, also trip queens, not in love with it, and you can tell by the expression on his face. He reluctantly makes the call. He does have some, emergency blowouts.
Emergency blowouts, I love it. 10 on the river.
And Hollywood's got this thing locked up. Hollywood, if you check, I'm going to kick you out of the game.
He just checked.
God damn it.
And Earl said, thank you for saving me money.
I don't think Earl was calling much, if anything. Earl doesn't show the queen.
I would think the game would be a little deeper. It's still early.
No one's played in a lot of really big pots. We're not seeing a lot of free betting here, and there's not been any sick cooler free roll hands where someone's going to get really, really deep. And because no one's spewing, there's not a whole lot of reason to divine mega deep, unless the person who has all the chips is putting them out there. If you or me are in the game and we got 4K in front of us, you better believe every single player at this table is going to load up for 4K. I'm not saying, I'm just saying.
It's fine.
But as right now, people are just seems like passing around chips. No one's really getting way out of line here. We haven't had any real sick coolers. Everyone's about as deep as they really need to be. I don't know. It says Raz would be a cool game to stream. It's hard to, it doesn't really spread in a cash format often. I agree. I don't think I've ever played Raz for cash. I think I played as part of mixed cash online, but I never played Raz cash. I played Raz tournaments. I played Raz mixed cash online. It's part of the mix, but I've never just played I'm gonna go play 50 cent $1 online just Raz.
I used to play little baby horse tournaments, and that was about it for the Raz.
Yeah. Watch this. I play so many more hands than these people do.
Yeah. That's why if you and I sit down, everyone wants to play.
I also like to think I play this game better than most people do, so take that for what it's worth.
Okay, you guys guys are getting carried away. We're not going to spread a deuce to 7 single draw and or triple draw.
Just stop. Just stop.
Stop. You've had enough? Stop drinking?
Rick 5550, didn't actually count it like down to the dollar? No. It's like, okay, how much? He's got like 1500. Okay, you can add on.
No one's going to stop you from adding, you know.
Generally, yeah. I mean, it's pretty technically yes, but in reality, like we're pretty much you try to like never go over. Okay, like he's got at least 2K in front of him, so I'll buy it up to 2K. You know, you don't worry about him buying like, oh, I'm gonna buy 2175 or some shit like that. You know, it's like you're buying in deep.
So I can't tell you. Zach sat down at Veronica and Friends, and like every time someone's stack got up to 800, he'd like 800, 1600, 2500, just constantly adding until he had the biggest stack somehow. I was like, hey, Zach, how'd that happen? How did you suddenly come up with 4K in front of you on Veronica and Friends? $500, 1K cap. I don't know if I hate you sober more than you hate me sober, or being sober being around each other.
It's hard.
Oh.
If it wasn't for booze, would we not be?
We would not be friends.
No.
At all.
Our entire relationship's based solely on being numb to each other.
Yes.
Jesus, we're horrible people. You're a horrible person.
You're worse than me.
You're right.
Let's go drink and talk it out.
JG's in the lead here. It's called by Bart.
9 on the turn.
Bart picks up a diamond draw to go along with his nut low wrap. Any little card in the world, and Bart has this thing smash for the low end. He would love it to be a little diamond. It's going to be hard for that to happen because, well, he has all the little diamonds. Only 6, 7, 8 of diamonds is left.
JG reluctantly spreads his cards. 7 pairs the board.
The only and exactly card that Bart did not want to see. If JG checks here, Bart would have to get real creative here. You shouldn't have any 7s though. If JG checks, Bart can just like bluff bomb the pot. He does. JG checks, and here goes Bart. 210. Snap call.
Snap call.
Well, shit. Bart tables the 10 high.
Well, he's got the low.
Oh, Bart's got the nut low still.
Yeah.
I missed that. I don't know why.
It's okay. We have you here for your looks.
The sobriety thing we talked about.
Bart says, Z, look, I had it. Not low.
Yeah, Bart had it all on lockdown. Hey,
So we're not going in the gondola?
I haven't decided yet. Which one of the wineries has the gondola?
It's like down the street from the winery where you're a member at.
Because I'm a member of the winery.
We can bring people and do free wine tasting all the time. I have Zamich and Zacheeses. I was like, damn it, no one said Zamich and Zacheeses this weekend.
No. It's because I was out of town the weekend.
I know. Some limpage going around. Bart's putting in a little raise. I like. Not a bad hand. Double suited, ace 4. He'd prefer to have it the other way with the suits. Queen, 9-8. Bart's got a pair.
Oh, Bob.
Oh my god, I'm gonna get sick.
Probably.
Check, 4 on the turn. Hassan's got the nut low draw.
Bart makes 2 pair now. Queens and 4s.
He also has a flush draw, a little baby flush draw.
Bart bets 100.
Jack on the river. Aussie misses, just picks up a pair.
Aussie makes 2 pair.
2 pair. Misses is
Still
low.
second best to Bart. Bart makes his flush. There's 315 in the pot. Bart bets small and I like it. Trying to price Aussie and calling with a straight.
No.
That's 120. Sean McCormick says that Deuce 7 is his favorite and best game. Or, oh, it's, yeah, and his best game.
I bet Sean McCormick spreads a lot of things at his place, Rick and Barstow. Ooh, and at poker too.
Oh, wow.
Oh.
Normac 11 says Bart Hansen is jaw. I think Bart Hansen's real. So I think,
Well played, sir.
I think Bart Hansen's
Well
got
played.
a leg up.
On God.
Remember that time I tried to get fired? For alienating one demographic in our audience?
That's a demographic
It is,
that-
unfortunately.
that
It is.
worship imaginary things.
Stop.
Rick and Bar, so you weren't keeping it clean. Don't lie to me. Lie to your wife, not to Veronica. I told Bart I'm going to go to the series this summer and I'm going to manage the Crush Live Poker Snapchat.
That would be wonderful.
I would probably have a couple drinks and then ruin Crush Live's poker. Like, their reputation
so
would be
many more
gone.
followers though. Yeah, Crush Live Poker, you know, it's like poker training and like weird
Blonde chick
blonde
doing
sex jokes. It's like weird, yeah. But it works for them.
I pay for the blonde sex jokes.
You both have the philosophical outlook of a self-centered teenager. I love it. King 8-7.
Zach picks up a pair of kings.
And he's let into.
He needs a
no,
nine
check call.
to get
I apologize.
a straight. Yeah. 3 on the turn. Not sure what Brennan's got.
Brings a low.
It's no fun when you can't see both cards, or all the cards, I should say.
Brandon now leads, and nothing Zach can do about this. No love, no fun.
I was actually surprised that Zach didn't come play our 10-20 game this month. Saddened me.
Did he not?
He didn't. It was like the first time.
Oh.
I was so sad. I was like assuming he'd be here. No, my heart was broken.
So PLO8, one of the things about it is if no one crosses over to this game particularly well. PLO players still have the bad habits of playing like middle suited connectors.
Yes.
6, 7, 8, 9, 10, shit like that.
That's terrible in this game.
Yeah, and you gotta have one end of the board or the other. You gotta have the low end cover. You gotta have the big end cover. Like Zach's selection there to play the King, Queen, Jack, 10. You know, that's fine. You know, and there's always gonna be a high. There's not always gonna be a low. So high only hands can actually play really, really well in this game. Middle cards are death. Was that people just have a hard time like letting go of that, especially coming from like, a lot of PLO high only background, and you see a runner hand like that, a middle runner with a suit or 2 suits, and it's just like habitual to just put some chips in the pot.
Yeah.
Because hey, I got a hand I can 3-bet this evening.
Like Aussie's hand, but it's a clunker. Looks kind of nice, but it's a little bit of a clunker in this game. It's not bad.
In late position, he was in early position.
Yeah,
in late position,
early.
Aussie can actually open there as a bluff, but And then same thing, then the 08 players cross over, and they know the whole, all the hands play like high-low, but then they have the bad habit of putting too many chips in a pot with just a half-pot draws. They don't draw the only the high, they're drawing raggedy high, they're drawing only the low, and in limit games, we're actually getting the right price to call and actually making money drawing those hands down, knowing that you're probably going to chop the pot.
You're not supposed to just draw to the low? What?
Stop.
It's like half my game.
I mean, the game is as similar as you might say, oh, it's just like 08, but it's pot limit. So I mean, a lot of the same stuff applies. Yes, a lot of the same stuff applies as far as hand selection goes, but to a larger degree, you got to throw some of those hands that you would play in 08 out the fucking window because they're just not profitable to play for pot-sized bets and half pot-sized bets on later streets.
Yes.
And Hold'em players just get lost, and it's wonderful, but it's so much fun.
Oh, I love watching Hold'em players just like hang on to their aces like they're everything.
Yeah, and as I don't know, points out, Limit 08 points out, you're playing such a high price to draw, but they just get to a spot where I had the net low draw, so you just don't fold the turn into a bet. You realize it's a pot size bet. We saw like earlier, Earl lead the ace deuce draw, and Zach went for raising chips, and Earl just snapped him to the muck because you just can't. It's not profitable to call there, no matter what the price is.
5, 6, 7 on the flop. Bart's kind of got a lead in this hand in the equity.
Zahn does have a made low, second net low. He has aces. Bet, fold. And that's obviously when you talk about like not playing middle cards, it's a much safer board for aces in PLO8 than it is in PLO. In PLO, 5, 6, 7 with the suit, you're just setting money on fire for betting aces on that board.
Yes.
PLO8, players will be less inclined to have those type of hands. So we can actually might be able to get a little bit of value there. I feel like she's like swallow some like really strong liquor, like 151.
Oh yeah, totally.
And then like smoke a cigarette and let it like just like burn off all like the scar tissue that's inside my esophagus, and then that would be all better now.
It's not scar tissue, honey.
Don't question my biological theory. You don't know. You can't prove it.
Will you please get out of the booth and go do like a strong shot of something to kill all of that ails you?
The problem is I haven't been drinking as much as I need to be drinking to live.
Your body can't survive without you being drunk all the time.
That
juice is a real thing.
All the booze that is normally killing off all the viruses are now health
gone.
Hey, he can host again.
He can host again.
I'm hosting a party for the viruses. For the AIDS, for the HIV. Ring Dog Poker says, you guys sure the equity stats are right for a split pot game? So no. So that's one thing. The graphic software where we are playing that split pot game, the equities
are just for the high.
Are just for high. Yeah. So good observation there, Ring Dog Poker. No, the equities that you see will be just for the high end of the pot.
We're just doing the low on our own.
As you may or may not have noticed, sometimes we'll just talk about other shit and not notice that someone else has them.
Nice hand for Earl.
Double suited aces with a wheel card. Another oopsie emergency wheel or low qualifier to go along with it in case we pair the 3 somehow.
It's been done before.
It has.
8-3 for the low.
Bart, ace, queen, deuce, deuce with the suited ace. Nice thing about having the 2 deuces in your hand is that also makes it much more difficult if you do make the net low for someone else to have the net low as well with the second deuce in our hand.
Ace 5-9. Earl picks up a set of aces.
And Earl's not slow playing.
Yeah, he's gonna let it go.
Good fold.
came here on Sunday, and I waited. I was like, I'm gonna go play 08. It's what I want to do on Sundays now. I got here, the game just broke. It never breaks on Sundays. Yeah, it's like the first time
Had they known that you were on your way, had any of my crusty old friends that play 08,
they would have stayed.
if they would have had it, if they were tech savvy and had Twitter and you were like tweeting it out, you know,
Which
they
I
would have
did.
stayed. Because hey, the whale's on the way. We don't break
whale's on the way.
We don't break the game.
Yeah, but instead I played Hold'em.
Is it the hamster or the platypus? What? Rick and Barstow. What do we do with that guy?
Rick and Barstow is having a fun night with a hamster. I'm guessing a hamster. He said hamster or platypus. I'm gonna guess hamster. Just make sure it stays alive through the night, Rick. Don't put it in places where it will die. Ghost of M, what's up? Nice to see you. Always lovely to see you in the chat. Brandon raises to 20. Earl calls. Ace deuce 9.
2 clubs. Earl flops a flush draw, a pair of aces. 6-7 low. He's not in love with. Game on 91. The player haters ball. Club. Earl makes his flush. Qualifying 6-7 low.
No one cares. I love when they show what they're folding. No one cares.
Two doctors says they need some action PLO players in this game to drive it.
Rim Dog Poker, well played. Good catch.
When was the last time Richard Gere made a movie?
Richard Gere?
When's the last time he made
I
a
thought
movie?
the only movie he ever made was the hooker one with Julia Roberts.
Pretty Woman?
Yeah.
The hooker one. No, that one about the redheaded slut. What's it called?
You know that one where she's the hooker and he's the guy paying for the hooker?
Yeah.
Oh, hey, here's Veronica offering them all drinks. The game should start to get loose any time now, boys. I mean, boys and girls. I'm assuming it's all boys in the chat. You're dying. You're dying and you need to say a doctor.
Tooth doctor, help me out. Help me. I did something wrong.
Ghost of M, simmer down. Richard Gere's all right.
It's all that handling of poker chips that
Do you lick the chips?
for good luck. Because I believe in that.
This is your problem. You're dying. 4-way to a flop. 379.
Okay, JG's got the nut low draw. No one with clubs as far as I can see. Ghost of M, what's up, what's up, what's up? Look at the tan on Jay. It's just the shirt. Daniela in the house.
Oh, yo teach yo. Tooth doctor says Jake will prescribe Veronica a Z-Pack. It's already too late for you. You know, he may be a doctor. That's a legit antibiotic. 3-day antibiotic.
Thank you, Nurse Food.
I do not work in the nursing field anymore. I have no idea what's wrong with you.
No one does really.
It's
Earl
AIDS.
makes a third nut low.
Tech on Sports, what's up? Dave Tuckman in the house, supporting his buddy.
Leave Bart alone.
Yeah.
Earl makes a straight to go along with his 2 pair. And third low.
I have to say, I talked to Bart today. Having Tuck and Bart back together is like one of the most beautiful things in the world.
It is. You know, it's how like that's when the universe is right. Like,
yes.
When the Raiders are losing to football, and Bart and Tuck are together,
and Tupac is back from the dead.
Nah, that's not a qualifier for me. That's not.
Okay.
That's not a prerequisite.
I'll just take like Bart and Tuck.
Yeah.
I love them together.
Yeah. Then things are starting to get right in the world.
You and I could never be what they are. I mean, at least I couldn't.
No.
You'd have to find a new Veronica. You'd have to find a... Bart is Tuck's Veronica.
Oh, is that how it goes?
Yeah, for sure. Bart's Veronica.
Bart, are you catching?
But he's like a better Veronica, a smarter Veronica.
I feel like you're trolling. I don't know who you're trolling right now, me or him.
Tuck on Sports says, shut up, Veronica. You can call me right now. I'll put you on speakerphone.
Tuck on Sports.
Tuck told me to call when he was on Live at the Bike, so I called, and he didn't answer. And then they're like, why would she call? She knows we're live right now. What the hell is she doing? I can't see anyone's cards. Do 6-9. Can't see anyone's cards. Game on 91 says big sip from Slurpee. What's up? James Shermkas, what's up? Nice to see you in the chat. Tuck on Sports, how's the game? It's pretty good. Could be better.
It's not as splashy as I thought it really would be. I thought with these lineup with Matt, Zach, Earl, Bart, I would have thought we'd see a lot of 3-betting.
We sent them alcohol. Have no fear, the game will pick up. So JG checks now. Matt leads. Or sorry, Matt bets. To a river. 10 of diamonds. Check, check. They're actually a little talkative today compared to usual.
Non-hold'em games tend to be more social.
Yeah, I like it.
I like non-hold'em games.
I hate the headphones, the sunglasses, the hoodie.
Yeah.
I like it when people are talking. It's my freaking day out.
Unless I'm talking and then you.
Unless you're talking, I can't stand it.
Talking.
I call the house. I try to get you kicked out.
Floor.
You get pulled in the back by management. Told not
Can
to
we get the
swear
silver
anymore.
back off the table? I've heard you.
You haven't heard anything.
Whiskey and tacos. Happy Wednesday.
Wine Wednesday, that is.
Shirtless, naked bath of the top. Just like Mom used to make.
You must be talking about Bart and Tuck. That's probably what they do. And you can't see their commentators, so for all we know, they could be naked. 100% they're naked.
I wouldn't wear pants.
You're not right now. They're not missing much, don't worry.
Nothing better than sex while wearing a hoodie and headphones. Ah, Tuck.
Deuce 3-4. Ace 5 is the nut low here. 2 spades. Zach's got the nut flush. Oh, Bart's got queen high spades.
And 2 pair.
This hand could get messy, and I'm hoping it does. We haven't seen too much messiness yet.
There's already made lows.
Oh, it's a beautiful thing.
He's not gonna lose his mind here. He's not drawn to any nut. He'll save the money.
Turn is an 8. Rimdog Poker says I'm giving him nightmares. I'm sorry. Sorry for my dirty talk. Dave Tuckman, though, does have a bad habit of getting naked in poker commentary booths. And, you know, we all get used to it. So, I mean, the nightmare stopped for me essentially like after the first 2 times I did commentary with him.
They don't call him Tuck for nothing. Goodbye, horses.
He does have a really nice shade of chapstick.
Oh, I did not know where you were going to go with that. He has a great shade of chapstick.
I'm not going to talk about anal bleaching.
What the?
Oh my god, I gotta stop. Okay, no.
Put some lotion in the basket.
Back to poker, ladies and gentlemen. Earl's gonna troll me right now. I think Earl's putting in a raise here. 35. It's not chopstick, it's chapstick, and yes, it does have shades.
Being a typo police.
Shut up! Don't tell me what to do. 3-8 jack on the flop. Fizz Money 100 decides to wake up and make a comment.
Ah, yes. The bleaching.
It would be nice if Tuckman came up with Bart. That'd be nice to have them in the game. Have we had Tuckman in our game yet? We've had him in the booth several times.
Yeah, we haven't actually.
Yeah, I mean, what's your problem, Tuck? I hate the double S's on you. Sick and sober. I hate it.
Yeah.
I missed you, and then I had to hang out with you for more than 5 minutes, and I was like, yeah.
Tuck says that he's coming in September.
Booked? Oh. Are you playing, or you're just doing commentary?
Very scared money.
It's been a $10 straddle for a while now, so this is nice. Hollywood calls a straddle.
Both.
But it is true, we haven't seen much 3-betting. It's just been a little bit of raising, lots of limping. Bart opens. Raise to 50.
How much is Earl reloading?
3-4-8. Hollywood still just got an overpair. Can't see what anyone else has. I'm thinking Bart's got, you know, a good suited ace with a good low draw. Standard. That's 110.
I'm not fond of Hollywood's hand selection here. King 10, 10, 9.
He's hoping to flop quads.
He limps. I mean, if you're going to play the quads, you might as well open and turn your hand into like a bluff, I guess. Brandon makes a call. 5 comes off on the turn.
What's up, Fat Train? In the hizzy.
The ace deuce now made a qualifying high as well. The wheel. Some of the spots sometimes you find out how underrated the 6 is in this game. We get multiple players, especially when there's like 3 or like 4 cards to a wheel on the board, and everyone's playing one card and the other missing link for like the low or like for the wheel.
Oh wow!
And someone with a 6 scoops a high with 6-7.
And quick call.
Bart snap folds.
I thought he called. No.
Oh,
I can't stand being around you right now.
hold on 1 second.
Jake's dying, everyone. Leaving me in this game alone. Fat Train, thank you so much for my birthday dinner. It was very nice. The Red Rabbit in Sacramento, California. Doing a little bit of a dealer change. If you haven't recognized him, that is Bartholomew Hansen from Fresh Live Poker. Rim Dog Poker, Jake does have AIDS. It's flaring up. It's flaring up because he hasn't had a drink in a few days, and then now his body's like open to infection. He's typically pickled all the time.
And what?
Pickled. Like you're so full of alcohol that nothing can penetrate your body.
Until prison.
Until prison. Remember, there's no alcohol in prison. So that should keep you from making, yes. Don't make bad decisions because there's penetration and alcohol on the outside. Tea?
Tea.
I can smell the lemon tea.
Lemon, honey, Jameson.
Jameson, eh? I take the high road, you take the low road.
I don't know those old folk songs. Except a hamster. Come on, guys.
Well played, Rim Dog Poker. Talk on Sports says to Sean McCormick, it's not a problem if you're winning. I agree. Gambling is actually not a real problem. Except it is, but it isn't in my head. A lot of limpage going on. Deuce, deuce, 6 on the flop. Ace 3 looking nice right now.
JG fires out.
See, I'm such a low nut peddler. I'm a horrible human being for that.
You are.
I'm just chronically thinking about the low. It's my fave.
Highs happen every hand. There's not always low.
I know. I know.
Where's the thinking there?
I know. The problem is that I play 08, so I'm playing a limit game, and it's easier.
That old cliche that gives people mess up, go for low, hope for high.
Yes.
You need to pretend to have the high, accidentally make a qualifying low.
Yes.
And that's how you crush.
Yes, I know. I agree with you.
You don't need to have the nuts. You rep the nuts, and then hope when you get called off that you accidentally made a low and you have half your money back.
Yeah,
and then whenever they fold, you win. You make money.
I agree with you, but GTO isn't always fun.
If you heard what I said,
No, I didn't.
Okay.
And there's a huge difference between PLO8 and 08. The limit is just like everybody's just drawing to everything.
I don't know. These guys are all nits.
You're hilarious. Yeah, they're a little more nitty.
Why do we like these guys' drinks?
What did they all get? I want to see. What did I get them all? Oh wow, everyone's like getting mules.
Here we go.
Nice work, guys. You're welcome. Tuck on Sports, Sean McCormick is playing the Veronica and Friends. Yes, you better be trolling that one. So it is a straddle pot for $10. Bart calls, and Zach checks it. Sean McCormick, such a troll. 10-5 queen, 2 spades. Can't see what Bart and Zach have, which makes me sad. It's more fun when we can see all their cards. Matt quickly folds. You see these spots like
Yes.
so it's so different in Hold'em when you see these Hold'em players playing this game, and they're like pocket kings there. You know, they overplay them. Although they'd be good against, because Bart just had a pair of queens, but a lot of times, you know, you can't overplay those over pairs.
Yeah.
There's too many draws. No? Yeah. Okay.
So,
Did I ever tell you that one time I played PLO? And I thought I had the nut flush?
the game was we're absent one whale. We need someone to get in this game and whale it up.
I know who that whale is, and I know you're thinking what I'm thinking, but the feeder game is probably better than this game.
Which reminds me, I can use my Stones app to put myself on the list for the feeder game in an hour. Hollywood just... Oh no, Matt did open. Okay. Matt opens, they say 7-5. Everyone folds. You know, sometimes though, unfortunately, we just don't get much help from the deck. You know, there's no like smash wins. We had the ace-ace hand versus, you know, ace-ace XX, ace-ace XX between Hollywood and Earl. You know, but I mean, still, I would have thought there would have been, you know, more aggressive pre-flop action from this lineup. You know, at these stakes. You know, at 5-5, I really thought some of these players would just get in there and get kind of silly.
Yes.
I've been in some wonderful 5-5 PLO8 games with a couple of these same customers.
Yes. With Earl?
Yes. First time I met Earl.
Really? Mm-hmm. PLO8 or just PLO?
PLO8.
Wow.
Well, it was a half game.
Oh, okay. That's a beautiful thing. Yeah. Brandon's still learning. Do you know where the diamond is, Brandon? Find it. Okay, so Ghost of M said, is it possible to get Tuck on Sports and Sean McCormick in the same game so they can bare knuckle box afterwards? I mean, we don't even have to, we could just get them on top of the table and do some bare knuckle boxing.
Yes, take bets.
Totally. Make more money that way than playing poker.
Tuck says he's a lover, not a fighter.
5-8 jack on the flop. A little bit of a rainbow board. Hollywood's got pair.
Earl's got the
Kind
nut
of
low draw. Pair of fives, backdoor hearts.
Hollywood's got a clunky low draw. Pardon me. Can't see Bart's hand. So check
Bart
to Bart.
Hollywood calls.
Yeah.
Ace King Jack 7, just hoping he's going to turn. I don't know what is happening here. He's got top backdoor clubs, technically an emergency low. Earl overcalls with the nut low draw, of course, backdoor hearts and a pair of fives. 350 in the pot, and the 8 comes off on the turn.
Pairs the board.
Does bring in the club draw, but as I said, pairs the board. But now Hollywood's just going to say yes.
That's why he's named Hollywood. Earl can't call. Hollywood's like, what? How did I win that? Sean McCormick says, I'm 6'2", 240 pounds. Can we just do an eating contest? Why not? Let's do it. We have fresh cookies that they bring out every day, probably a couple times a day. We could do a cookie eating contest. Don't turn that into anything dirty, you guys. I didn't mean it in any way.
Sean McCord would challenge Olivier Biscay in the ring if given 9 months' notice. Olivier Biscay trains mixed martial arts. They had that fight against. Help us out here in the chat, guys. What's his name? The guy that Biscay fought and destroyed. The other poker player. The Spanish guy.
Oh no, not Sorrel. Sorrel fought.
It wasn't Sorrel.
Sorrel had a boxing match or something.
Yeah. No, who Biscay hammered on. Mind you, the table, remember, was like slightly missalted, so they might have been telling him to put the cards in.
Yeah. They need to change that.
Yeah, Alvarado. JC Alvarado.
That might be the problem tonight. Earl's got the nut low draw. That's a pretty nice hand, actually. It'd be nice if the five was suited to the ace.
Yeah, I'd prefer to have the suited ace, have the suited king, but
we'll take it.
he's got an extra wheel card just in case.
3 bets to 110.
Yeah, Sorrel fought Rast. That's right.
Heads up. 6, 7, 10. Earl still got the nut low draw. Zach's got a 10. Remember, the percentages are just for the high. Earl checks to Zach. Is it long term? So I see Earl folding the nut low draw.
Because when your head's up and you have no high draw.
Long term, you're losing money there.
Long term, short term.
All terms.
Yeah. Even short term, your best case is to get your money back. If you get there.
Yeah.
And sometimes you back into a high, sometimes you back into a scooper. But more often times than not, you're just dumping. If it goes multi-way there, it goes bet. You know, it goes bet, call, or bet, call. Then Earl can call. He's also going to be pretty confident and still want to have some sort of backdoor high equity where you can turn a flush draw, turn a straight draw, something to go along with. It's just, you know, you don't ever really want to be just along there or out there with just a naked, you know, nut low draw.
Challenge accepted. Told you I should have been in this game.
You should have been in this game. This game would be a lot more fun.
Bart races to 30.
And watching you crush regs, there's something satisfying about it.
I won't even tell you, like, I'm not even going to tell you. They think I'm so bad that if I bet, every once in a while I'll just bet, I can so easily bluff them. They just fold, because they think I'm just betting the nuts.
Mm-hmm.
It's a beautiful thing. Bart, okay, we can see Bart's hand. It's okay. Hollywood's got a clunker, I guess, on the button. Don't mind it, don't love it.
And somehow Charity loses. Hollywood flops the nuts.
There we go.
Hollywood cannot slow play this. We don't want to chop the pot. If someone has a flop flush, they're going to call at least one street. gonna make a mess. I thought about it going really hard.
Put some ice in it.
Sandy can't just walk out of a drive-in movie.
Tell me about it, stud.
Oh my god.
I got chills, they're multiplying, and I'm losing control. All right, we got a straddle. I like that they've got this straddle going around, but I'd like it more if they were all drunk. I feel like Hollywood's playing a lot more than its usual amount. Like its VPIP's a lot higher. Ooh, Hollywood VPIP has grown.
Azan's has not.
Chronic low.
You can call me Joker. What's up? Welcome to the chat. Welcome to the room.
You can call me Joker. Wine is always the best answer, considering it's Wine Wednesday. 3-way to a flop. We'll never see Brennan's cards. King 5 deuce. Ace 3 of spades. Ooh, that would be a beautiful thing.
JG does have a little flush draw.
And a kind of decent low draw.
Pretty shitty low draw.
Jack on the turn.
JG now makes 2 pair as well. Jacks and deuces to go along with the spade draw.
Azan's got a better 2 pair.
Oh wow, Sean McCormick says you're way more Rizzo than Sandy.
Wow. I'll take that Rizzo compliment.
Deuce is full now for JG. No, I'm sorry, Deuce is full of kings now.
For Azan.
For Azan. Deuce is full of jacks for JG. And Azan somehow with a king 7-4 Dewey.
And a $90 pot.
And a $90 pot. Is gonna get called. Sean LV, wine is the answer. What's the question? Bet and a quick call.
What is the only thing I live for? Is it all better now? Are we all better now?
It never gets all better. That's when it's over. When it gets all better now, that's when you just give
We'll
up.
just be quiet.
Yeah.
We'll all be quiet.
Close my eyes and go to sleep one last time.
And the sun will burn out, and we won't even be a memory. But it's not, I mean, like, you can laugh about it, but it's true.
Yeah. Seriously, yeah, we're all gonna die.
But we're all gonna die. Come back in. I've opened up now.
There we go. All right. Come on. Someone 3-bet someone, god damn it.
Zin? You can call me Joker Zin? Are you crazy? Bring a cab over here.
I really would have thought that Zach would just be like reopening everything that Matt did here, and then Earl would just be playing part. I wonder if everyone's just kind of keeping themselves in check. Everyone's afraid to get loose, and then you got Hollywood just like nut peddling in between, messing up the entire like let's get this game like laggy vibe. Aussie's busy trying to like run bad.
It's not a bad hand for Aussie for once. The 5 would be better to be a deuce, but whatever. You take what you can get. On the button, pretty good hand.
I prefer to see Aussie 3-bet.
So Earl raises to 40, Aussie calls. To a flop. Deuce, deuce, 3. Aussie right now with the best low draw. Still just a pair of aces.
Aussie's got to call one street here. He can't fold yet. Second nut, low draw. Does have the aces. He might worry that Earl's got trick deuces. Might already have a boat. He can't improve to a better boat. 4 comes off. Aussie makes a wheel. Aussie now cannot lose half the pot. The 4 makes Earl straight.
He also has the nut flush draw now, Aussie.
Aussie picks it, yeah, it does pick up the nut flush draw. Earl still has his flush draw as well as the straight. Earl can't lose the high. Azan can't lose the low. But they can both screw each other over somehow, I feel, still.
Just need a club on the river. Earl bets 250. Pot size bet.
And there's the raise from Aussie.
You can call me Joker. I would give it a good try. We probably won't get fired.
Earl raises. Oh, and there's the club. And Aussie's now going to scoop. Nut.
Earl makes it straight, but he knows it's no good. Yes, Aussie, you have the nut. I know it never happens on the stream.
There's $7.50 in the pot.
Tooth Doctor's doing commentary in the chat. Sean McCormick, I saw should check. Just kidding.
It's not nut, but okay.
Yeah, okay.
No,
it's not quads.
Yeah.
Yes, we understand.
It's not a boat.
Yes. It's effective nuts. How's that?
I don't think Earl's ever checking boats.
I mean, he's not calling. He can't call. Earl doesn't give away money. The only thing is that the flush got there. Runner.
You lose the boats, you lose the flushes. And Aussie can still have any combination of those hands and still have a better low.
Yes.
Earl's emergency six high low.
There's no bueno.
There's no bueno.
Did he say call?
No, he did. Wow. Earl called.
Wow. Do you think Azan was bluffing that river?
I actually, so here's, okay, Tooth Doctor makes a good point here, is I don't like the pot size bet. You have such strong hands both ways. Bet small to get value from the type of hands that Earl could have, and from worse hands that can call you. Because you get the board kind of locked up, right?
Yeah.
Okay. The other Aussie might be, by going so big, Aussie might be trying to like make it look like, hey, he just got one end of it, and he's trying to blow Earl off of his half the pot. You know, and that's often smart. When you get your opponent to fold out half the pot, you can fold a clunky 2-pair on a scare card on the river, or can fold, you know, the emergency low or some shit like that when, you know, you're second best. Then we print money. And so when you do that, we're not doing that with small size bets. You don't do it with like big pot size bets. So that might have played into Earl's thought process there. It's why, okay, well, this guy really had a two-way hand.
It didn't look like a lot of value.
If he really had a two-way hand here, why would he be betting so big? Wouldn't he be betting somewhere, wouldn't he bet somewhere like around like the $4 to $6, you know, or $400 or $500 range, rather than, you know, making a $750 pot size bet? Ring Dog Poker says disagree. Pot it and go for the fences. Quarter someone else with ace 5 XX, or make them think that you're trying to steal it.
Well, everything folds anyway,
yeah. What we're just kind of saying there. Track Master Greg, why is this PLO8? What does it mean? It means it is 8 or better. High-low split pot game.
The best game in the world.
Tooth Doctor's bad sizing gets paid off. Pot it and lose to ace 5 deuce 7. That's also a thing. But I would imagine, okay, so here's the question, Tooth Doctor. if our opponent had one of those hands, don't you think on that river card he would be betting
He wouldn't
it?
check. He wouldn't check. Yeah.
I mean, if we were really, really deep, if our effective stack sizes were a lot deeper, then okay, he might check some of those hands and go for it to check raise. But with those effective stack sizes, don't you think he'd be more likely to be leading there if he had a hand like that?
It's kind of like a check for pot control, maybe. No.
Well, that's exactly what Earl's doing. Earl knows exactly what he's doing there. I mean, Earl did not love calling. But as far as if we're Azan's bet sizing there, like I said, I mean, yeah, you're right. I mean, we do lose to hands like Ace-5, we get quartered by Ace-5, 2-7, hands like that. But it's hard to imagine our opponent checking that hand on that river with effective stack sizes where they were. If they're a lot deeper, then yeah, he might try to have some check raises there. I just think we're deep enough to where our opponent's going to try to check raise and get in the extra, couple $100.
Tooth Doctor says the stream just woke the F up. Thank the good Lord. Thank 5-bet Jesus.
Sometimes a little cooperation from the deck, a little cooler.
Lion Lock says I get better at my game watching this stream. Cheers to Jake and Veronica. He like ... and Veronica.
Tooth Doctor's now warming up to the big bet, targeting Ace-5 to get 3/4. I feel like when our opponent checks that river with that stack in his back, our opponent's once again have a one-way hand, or he might have a qualifying. He might have a two-way hand, but I don't think he's going to be like nut. I think our opponent with our stack our opponent's checking nut type hands. He's going to mostly be one way.
And if he doesn't, what is he going to do? Check
so you
bet
can go,
fold?
you can go
one
one way, and instead of what Tooth Doctor makes a good point, hey, make a smaller sizing to target some of the hands that a one-way hand might call. Hey, I'm pricing, I have half the pot, I have to call. In actuality, we're quartering him.
Yeah.
On the other end of it, though, maybe we think we can get more value by making such a big bet. If we think those other hands might just fold, they might as well go big, maybe try to make it look a little bit bluffy, like we're trying to push, like we have a one-way hand and trying to push our opponent off. The problem is, Earl is like his emergency low wasn't even like real there. I mean, it was real there because any Aussie's hands that are gonna make, bigger highs, well, except for flushes. His low might work versus flushes, but his
emergency flushes are not bad heads up.
No, it's not. But I think it's less likely for the way the hand is played for Aussie to have just flushes.
Yeah,
he's usually gonna have lows to go along with it. In which case, then we already lose to flushes, and then our emergency low isn't really doing us a lot of favors.
This is going to be a little bit of a smash up pot here. Earl races to 35, and a lot of people decide to join. Ace 3-9, 2 spades. Earl's got a lot of nines. Yeah, Bart's just got an ace. He's folding. Earl bets it and takes it down. Bigger Ultra says, awake and deserving of overtime. Honey. If you come on our live stream and play, I will lock the doors of the tech room and not let them out until like at least an hour after the stream is supposed to end. Bigger Ultra, get down here. We'll stream overtime.
Lion locks 333. Hey.
Howard I Jr. says, I want to watch. You are. Welcome to the stream. If you are just joining us, hit the little heart. Follow us. We do have a famous person in here, and it's Hollywood. No, I'm just kidding. No, Hollywood's pretty famous. But Bart Hansen is in the game. I don't know if anyone's a fan of Crush Live Poker. We're never going to see Brandon's hands, and I'm tilted.
It's just not going to happen.
It's not going to happen tonight. Pocket Table said they'll go over the wall. It's like 5 feet tall. I'll trump those tech people in. Just saying. I'll build a wall.
JG opens the King 10-10-9 out of the cutoff. Not in love with that hand.
I hate College 209 says I edited my city's Wikipedia page to list me as a famous person. Does that count? I love that you did that.
God.
Ace on the turn, checked around. Bart's got on jack high flush draw and got nowhere. Checked around. Pocket aces 52. It is Veronica Brilski. I prefer Brilski.
Oh wow, you're being called names in the chat.
Savage Medic said Veronica will build the wall. Confirmed Trump supporter. I'll build the wall to keep our tech people in so that we can get overtime. This is what I do for the people. Vote for me. We build walls to keep people in, not out.
Brilski.
Pocket Aces 52, I did give you a shout out. What's up? Welcome to the game. I'm going to create a Jake Rosensteel Wikipedia page, and I'm going to say that you're dying of AIDS.
I wouldn't even couch it. Like my own fake Wikipedia.
I hate. I wish you didn't come today. I hate when you're sick in here. You like almost killed me the first year we hung out because I wasn't exposed to all of your bacteria and viruses before. Sunny8644, what's up? Welcome to the chat.
So Earl puts in a $20 straddle. And here we go. Matt now opens up the button, makes it 55 to go.
Earl says yes.
And here we go. Earl lost a pot, and now he's gonna play ace 8-8-6.
Three of my favorites, Zach, Earl, and Matt.
Yes, thank you.
About 10 minutes away from the special chance.
Out? You want me out?
No, 3 of you.
Okay.
Bart's request that you stay.
Oh.
I'll leave. She doesn't want to catch the hip anyway.
Yeah, you should get up. We don't want to die. All right, I'll be right back.
Queen 10-4, 2 clubs. Matt bets 115. Gets called in both spots, 10 on the turn. No, I'm sorry, gets called just by Zach. And Zach somehow knows that something's up here. King comes off. If Zach checks, I would expect Matt to make a pretty healthy sized bet here. Pretty small. Matt's trying to make it look value-y. Matt steals one with 7 high. All right, game's out of the muck. I hate College 209 says that it's way too swingy for his liking. This game, PLO, any of it. It's wonderful.
Did you miss me? A lot? Yep. Thank
did.
you.
Savage Medic 1. What I do for work other than this, I turn tricks on the corner.
He's a whore.
Yeah.
No, it's not funny, actually.
The oldest profession in the world. Beard model.
He's actually a leg model, Sean McCormick, until that accident. But it was a serious profession for him for a while. Zach races to 30. Love that hand. Because there's an ace deuce. Double suited hand.
I can't tell if Lion Locks is saying yes to beard model or yes to ugly gay couple. Or ugly couple.
We are an ugly gay couple.
Queen 10-3, 2 spades.
Look at
Hollywood's got the
Hollywood.
nut flush draw. Top pair, top kicker, inside straight draw.
All of it. All of it.
And Zach's putting the money in the pot. He bets 55. Bleep, bleep, bleep.
I'm digging your yakit, Veronica. Okay. First minute, 1 minute last place. Nice to see you. Tell people what you really do.
Jack on the turn, and Hollywood makes Broadway. With the redraw, there's no low possible, and he's still checking.
He changes light bulbs and blimps. I mean, someone's got to do it. You've been doing that for a while now.
Anyway. Hollywood still nutted. And we're going to see a snap pull from Zach. Standard. What you doing?
Stop. I'm not your friend anymore tonight. I don't like you.
I'm all better now.
No, you're not.
I am.
You're bitchy, you're sick, you're sober. I
I'm not-
hate every bit of you tonight.
I'm only one of those things.
Bitchy, sober, and sick. All of them. God. I don't want you anymore. Lion Lock 333, stop your trolling. It's good though, so I'll keep you.
Straddle's still on.
And we love it.
Bart's getting crushed by live poker. Reluctantly puts in chips. Opens up with the ace 10 9 4. Very, very optimistic open from that early position.
Ambitious, yeah, to say the least. Zach's got an ace queen 10 3. Not a bad hand. I like it. A lot. I like it a lot. Hollywood calls. And looks like Earl's in. And the man whose cards we'll never see, Brandon.
Queen 4 deuce, all spades. No one flops a flush. No one with the ace 3 either. It's good. Not bottom side.
Lion Lock, I am in a nightgown, thanks. From like 1982.
Zach got the ace 3. I'm in last place. It is.
How can you not recognize that sexy face? Pocket aces, thank you. I actually need them. My
They're good, though.
glasses
No, they're good.
can't survive with them. I'm trying to get bigger ones because then it like covers more area. You know what they say?
I was going to make a joke.
4 days to use the light.
Straddle is still on. I would love a double straddle. Hollywood's raising. Ace is suited.
I think Earl kind of wants to stack Hollywood.
Yeah.
He sees his chip. He's somewhat envious. Earl just says, "I'll figure out where I'm at later." And
I got this.
at some point, as soon as this guy checks, he's gonna throttle down.
First minute, last place wants to know which player is the most aggressive so far.
Early in the stream it was Earl, and then everyone kind of just found their own little balance of doing nothing. JG flops quads, so hopefully for Earl's sake, he doesn't decide to just prey up on Hollywood's check. And that's not the right board to do it with anyway. 7 comes off. JG now leads the next tightest player at the table.
Waprai, what's up? Welcome to the chat.
Waprai, what's up, brother? Hollywood's gonna call the aces. Uh-oh.
Did you see something running through Earl's head?
Yeah, I did. I was like,
Yeah.
please don't Earl. He knows better.
Four pairs the board again. Hollywood is Hollywooding this fold. JB Darts, how many double straddles have you tried? Were they successful? Obviously they were. Have you ever played a game with me? We had double straddles on Veronica and Friends all the time.
Easy fold.
Jake's alive, barely. What songs would you like us to play at your funeral? This cough, I feel like, isn't going to go away.
Heresy by 9 Inch Nails.
Your cough is real, bro. Your cough is real. I want you to play Guns N' Roses, November Rain.
I swear to God, if you play Guns N' Roses
At
or
my
any,
funeral.
or any other shitty 80s song at my funeral, I'll come back from the dead and I will kill you. And you have to spend eternity with me.
Eternity doesn't exist together.
Neither is coming back from the dead.
I'm gonna play
And neither should playing Guns N' Roses at my funeral.
November Rain it is. I'll tell your mother that that's what you wanted. Those were your last words.
Don't do
while
that.
you were coughing in the booth.
Please, just ruin my funeral.
Dust in the wind, Sean McCormick said. Oy vey.
REM, losing my religion.
No, that's what he plays while he's alive. Hollywood's got a beautiful hand. I like it.
Ace, King, 10, deuce, double suited, and we love it.
And we love it a lot.
Hollywood just limps an Ace, King, 10, deuce. Earl opens King, Queen, Jack, 7 with a suit. And now I gotta imagine Hollywood's gonna limp re-raise. Russ Demon 79. Hey there, right back at you. Hollywood just called. Hollywood flops 2 pair. Earl's got top pair and an inside straight draw. Check bet called. Hard skip there. Check, check.
Hollywood leads the river. Scoops.
Pocket Aces says Sean McCormick. Let's go streaking.
Yeah, they're talking about streaking in the chat. You boys are crazy. If you're gonna go streaking, you need to have at least an 8 body. 8 out of 10 body. No one wants to see you streaking if you haven't ran in 15 years. Jake?
Hold on, I'm getting text messages.
Take heed.
I'm getting text messages about the game now. They're gonna be doing $25 bomb pots.
Playing after the stream.
Right, I think they're starting right now. Looks like.
Oh, okay. Finally, let's get this game out of the muck.
I'm glad I just had to check my phone. I got a text from Matt 22 minutes ago. Sorry, now 23 minutes ago. And I can see Matt texting me right now. I think I'm watching Matt in my future, in my presence, in my past. Bartholomew Hansen.
Have you guys started? Have we started the bomb pots yet?
This is the first hand.
Oh my fucking
It gets
God.
real.
Do you guys
We should have been doing this the entire time.
look? Not only, hey guys, what's up? I'm excited to see you too, by the way. But not only should we have been doing this the entire time. I don't know. Has this been Veronica's ears? Not only have we been doing this the entire time. This is the most unbelievable 8 hands of this is the most unbelievable eight hands of action that we've seen, and then we play 8 hands. I happen to pick up 5 of the best hands pre-flop of the entire night that I've picked up too. But every single hand is going to be insane action, and it forced the action because of the fact that everybody's in here pre-flop. So here, this is the first hand. You can see here.
So everyone puts in $25. Everyone sees a flop, and then we play poker after this.
JG has pocket kings. Hollywood has pocket deuces right now.
Oh, Jesus
So he's got
Christ.
quads.
Hollywood's
Oh,
Full
man.
house over. It's kings full. So
Over
this is something that
deuces full.
started
Or
in
quads.
Reno that with time pots. There's a bomb pot where everybody puts sort of like a blind.
Oh, shit.
Jesus shit.
So everyone puts in $25.
Quads over quads.
So here's quads over quads. Apparently there's a bad beat jackpot in this game.
But it's quad 8s or better?
Yeah, it's quad 8s or better.
Oh,
So
that's brutal.
Hollywood comes out and he bets pot on the turn because he thinks that someone probably has a king. Now I had gone off to the bathroom here, so I don't exactly know what the river action is. But it goes check call on the turn. And now there's a lead here from JG, and then Hollywood's obviously going to shove in. He's not really deep enough. And that's how we started this hand, these bomb pots out. So the button starts over here, and the dude in seat number 8,
Yes.
or seat 2. Seat 2.
And Matt's like, oh my god, we almost hit the bad beat. It didn't qualify.
The bad beat for like 10,000.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would just say that it's interesting to note that from my perception, this is not one of my strong points in poker, is paying attention all that well because I'm so immersed in poker. I've always said to people that PLO8 can be a very sort of bad game if there aren't bad players in it. Bad game meaning like it's just not. I love the game.
It's not fun. It's not sexy. It's not splashy.
Well, I love the game, but if you have people that know what they're doing,
Everyone's competent.
it's going to be cooler over cooler. And it seemed to me like the action was sort of slow.
I was asking, like, it seemed pretty slow. There wasn't a lot of
Yeah.
3-betting going on.
I mean, 3-betting isn't a huge part of the game, but what was interesting here is, because I just walked away from it and I've noticed these past 8 hands, is that because of the nature of the bomb pot where it forced everyone to play all 4 cards, if you're in playing PLO8, you're, like Earl, like he's great action, but even he'll tell you he's not super accustomed to like high-low games. But if you force people to play every single hand, then they're going to get into trouble.
Yeah,
then they're going to get in trouble.
And then everyone turns into a bad player.
So now, so it's like this game forces everybody to be in the hand, whereas it's just a regular cash cash game, all right, they know enough, they're just going to fold. They're just going to hand select, right? Which is why Big O can be a good game if there's bad players.
Yeah, one more card to make a bad decision on.
So we see quads over quads here. That's the very, very first hand. By the way, definitely look at the hands that I pick up pre-flop, because I start to laugh at the end because it's almost comical for me. The number of premium hands that I picked up in the bomb pot levels.
Wow.
Here. But I hope the cards are doing well. I'm going to try to do every single hand. So here, this is an interesting hand. I have ace, ace, deuce in my hand. I also have the ace of clubs in my hand. So that's probably the best hand I've picked up all night long. So I've got aces and I've got the nut low draw here. But because everybody's in the hand,
it's not like, normal
this isn't even really a good hand.
No, you can't discount like 7, 8 hands like that, because we wouldn't count players playing those kind of hands in this game, because now anyone can have it.
Anyone can have 7, 8, whatever. I mean, it's just like
9, 6, 9, 5.
Yeah, it's just I just have the nut low draw and I have aces blockers where people don't really have the nut low draw. Now nobody turned. Now no one bet the flop. So now I come out and I bet the turn, and I bet 100, and Matt calls. So Matt calls, and it's going to get folded back around here to Azan. Matt has a king high flush here. I don't know if the cards are going to come up. But
Zach folded a flush just now.
Well, Matt has a king high flush. Azan has a queen high flush. Okay, I've got the ace of clubs in my hand, and I have ace deuce. The river's the 10 of clubs, and I thought to myself, I think someone's going to bet if they have the king high flush. And if I have the ace of clubs in my hand, obviously no one can have the nut flush, but if I check, someone's going to bet the king high flush.
And you have the nut low, so you're kind of already rolling that half the pot.
So
it's a good spot to check raise.
It gets checked over to Matt. Azan is still in the hand, even though the graphics don't show it, and Matt bets $250. Azan, who has the queen high flush, who is still in the hand, by the way, in seat 1, he's going to call. So it's $250. He calls. And I'm just going to double check. Boy, I look strange sometimes on the camera. I'm going to double check, take a look back and see if I have the ace of clubs in my hand. And I've got the nut low. And hell, this is a great spot to check raise all in, right? On the river.
Love it. I love it.
Pot. And Matt immediately goes for booze. Like, all right. All right, I need a drink immediately.
By the way, I'm not all in for $9.55. I have everyone covered.
Yeah.
So the pot is actually, I said all in a kind of a confident way. The pot is actually, I can make it 1,600. Matt has king 7, 8 with king high clubs. Here. This is what he has. He has the king high flush here. With like an emergency low.
And an emergency low.
Yeah, with an emergency. But remember, Azan called behind him. So he's facing basically a pot-sized check raise all in. I don't know if I would call here if I was Matt, because I feel like I have the nut flush a ton here. Really a ton. I think it puts Matt in a terrible spot. I feel like when these players turned over what they had, Azan ended up folding the queen high flush. I think Matt's a good player, but if I was in that spot, I would fold. So Azan folds the queen high flush. The cards just didn't come up, and Matt has king deuce 7, 8 with a king high flush. But that's the sort of fun for like bomb pots, right?
Absolutely. Get a whole other mess of hands.
Way earlier.
I sort of lied though. I mean, I know Matt's gonna watch this. I actually didn't know I had the ace of clubs until I looked back on the river at my hand.
You should have kept it up. You would have.
Oh my god.
So when I looked back on my hand on the river, I was like, holy shit, I had the ace of clubs. I had the ace of clubs. It wasn't even like, I knew I had ace deuce.
Yeah.
I knew I had ace deuce, so I just came up
club.
and bet the turn. But then when I looked back on the river, I had the ace of clubs, and Matt bet. Because once Matt bet, I didn't even know I had the ace of clubs, so I'm like, wow, this is like a chintzy, looks like a chintzy value bet. As on calls, I look back at my hand, I have ace with the ace of clubs.
Right.
And I'm like, I mean, that's the best spot ever to make that play. I think that probably should have gone.
Should have got through.
I think that should have got through, but Well, yeah, that was hand 2. So we've got quads over quads. Then we've got somebody with ace, ace, deuce.
So let me ask you this. Could some of Matt's logic have been, because there were 4 clubs on the board, if you really had 2 clubs in your hand, like the nut clubs, would you actually have checked there? Because like nut low only probably aren't betting there because you're getting check called by so many other hands.
Right.
So maybe Matt's some logical, well, because one, harder for him to have a flush because there's 4 clubs on the board. He'd have to have 2 in his hand, and if would he just, be betting, it's more likely maybe to be betting, check raising just the nut low here to push off, marginal flushes and like high hands?
Well, I think that the only way that I can make that play is to do it with the ace of clubs and ace deuce.
Well, yeah.
And the problem for him is that he's calling, and this is the nature of split pot games, right? So he's calling, he has to lay 1 to 2, meaning that he's going to call 1,600 to win 800. So he has to be right 66% of the time.
Yeah.
So that's the thing in split pot games, and especially in pot limit split pot games.
Yes.
It's the exact opposite of what we think of in hold'em games. He has to be correct more often. He has to lay odds, not get odds.
Yes.
Pot size bet. So this hand is also interesting. I pick up ace, jack, 8, 3 double suited, and like the tightest guy in the table out of seat 2 bets pot. And I'm sitting there, again, random, right? I've got the nut flush draw and ace jack, and it's obvious this dude's got jack 10 like 100%, at least from what it was my perspective.
Yeah, if he's putting money in the pot.
He has jack 10 like 100% of the time, yeah, right? So he bets, pretty close to pot, but I feel like, with two cards to come, I don't know, maybe he makes a bet sizing mistake. Even if I don't get paid off later on, I still probably have about 10 outs. So the turns of 3, it obviously doesn't improve me. He bets $350 here on the turn, which is about half his stack. And it's really, really close for me here because he bet 350 into maybe like 500. So it's 350.
350, yeah.
For a pot of like 800, but I know he has jack 10, even though it doesn't show.
The graphics, it's about a 240.
Yeah, it was 320. 350. I mean, I know I was there at the table.
Yeah.
The graphics are wrong. He bet 350. So the fun thing here on Stones is that you can bet, you can actually pay $5 for the river card. So that's what I did.
You fold and pay for the rabbit?
Yeah, and then she showed me the ace, 8 of spades.
Oh, God.
Oh, brutal. Results oriented.
Yeah. But I mean, when the
Look
guy...
at you! Look at the agony!
But I mean, the guy, he's just always has jack 10 there, right? All the time. So.
Yes.
How's the wine? Was it the wine I sent you?
Yeah,
Drink this in? Yeah,
well,
good.
I think I had finished that like 3 glasses of wine ago. But, no, just kidding.
Oh wow!
No.
It's wine
No, we've
Wednesday.
been pretty tame at the table though. Hey, Sean McCormick.
Tech on Sports is also in the chat, defending your honor
Oh, cool.
because he loves you. By the way, no one's happier than me that you guys are back in the booth together. 'Cause I love it. My favorite.
Yeah, it's really fun.
It's right in the world.
We're gonna be back tomorrow night. Actually, we're gonna be doing a show together.
Very good.
10, yeah. Guys, I'm only, guys, I've only had maybe 3 or 4 drinks. I think I've been sort of doing the keto diet the last 3 or 4 weeks. So.
Yeah, well, you're not in keto when you're drinking, I'll tell you that. Tuck, we have a new game. We're going to drop Bart off at some random seedy bar and see if he makes it back to his hotel. So he may or may not be at Live at the Bike tomorrow.
No promises.
No.
No, I'm definitely me. By the way, so this hand, I have ace, king, jack, deuce, double suited pre-flop. Oh, single suited, my bad. Ace, king. We're seeing a pattern here, right?
Pretty good starting hands.
Yeah. This is a very fun hand. This is almost as fun as the quads over quads. So Azan's got the nuts because we're entirely random, right? So he's got queen, jack, 6-6. This dude in seat 3, he also has queen, jack, but he has a set. So we'll see if that populates here in a second. So it goes bet. The guy in seat 3 is now going to raise pot with the nuts and a redraw.
And then the redraw.
He's got a set. And Azan is going to call and sort of like wait for a safe turn card. But this is pretty cool though. Like it's amazing. I mean, all of a sudden we went from a dead game to like all this action.
Now in this spot here,
Flash,
if you're
30
on and you flop the nut, but you have no redraw to the for a better high, and you have no low draw. And once we bet here and get popped by a pretty tight player, does it make sense? I mean, ever To just cold fold here.
No, actually, I don't mind the way that Azan played this with these stacks, because when he calls, the guy's got like one pot size bet left. He can just basically wait until the turn doesn't
he sees a
pair.
safe turn.
I mean, the problem with his hand though is he has absolutely no redraws, and like you said,
Yeah, and he's no low draw, no redraw to a better high.
this is kind of a contrived spot in PLO8 with these bomb pots, because you're going to be up against hands that are never going to really exist.
Yeah.
So
Like Queen Jack 6-6.
So, why that's interesting is because there's going to be a lot of turn cards that are going to bring in a backdoor draw that doesn't pair the board. And if it's a low turn card, he has no low draw. So the complexities of that equity, I still don't think he can fold. If the guy was like infinitely deep, if they were like 500 BBs deep, yes, but he only has a pot size bet left now. The guy, Azan or JG actually has more than that, but it's still a pot size bet. So Azan just goes. He just basically pots on the turn. And I just don't know if he can really do much. You don't really see this spot in poker because you wouldn't just have a bunch of trash here.
Yeah, exactly.
In a PLO8 hand.
Unless you're in an exceptionally great game.
So they run it twice. Even though we said we weren't going to run it twice in a PLO8 game earlier on, they run it twice because there is no low. The problem with running it twice in PLO8 is it gets super complex.
It just gets weird.
But it's a high hand, so
And
the board pairs.
And he hits, so Aussie gets quartered.
Yep. So Azan gets quartered. Yeah. And JG, I think, had Queen Jack 10-10, if I remember.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's brutal.
So, yeah, it's interesting that you say that, because it's like
I think folding should be a real consideration there. If we can't improve to it, we can't, because we can never get 3/4 or scoop. I mean, if we think our opponent's that much of a neck, I mean, how many people are raising just sets there?
I
or
think
just two pair.
I think that's interesting. So JG did not have Queen Jack 10-80. Like, he had Queen Jack 10-10 because he won
10-8. Queen Jack 10-8.
Oh, he
so
had two. Okay,
then
so
the 8 hit.
Yeah, he had two.
Yeah, so his 10-8. Yeah.
Right. Actually, what you say, Jake, might be correct. Like I said, you would just never be in a situation where you flop a nut straight in PLO8 where you have absolutely no backdoors. Pretty much, you would never be in that spot.
If everyone's using some reasonable hand selection.
Yeah.
Yeah. What you're saying.
So what you're saying is here is that when he has Queen Jack 6-6 and he has no backdoor flush draw and he has he can't improve to a higher straight and he has no backdoor low draw, if a guy's got two pot size bets left, yeah, maybe what you're saying is correct.
I believe it is. That we should just be folding that. I mean,
because the guy always has Queen Jack, and we have the worst Queen Jack.
Queen Jack. Yeah, we need to run perfect to chop.
Right.
It's almost the same as like drawing to just the low with no high.
Right.
It's the same. We're drawing to the high with no re-high.
And if he's got
no low,
and because it's entirely random, if he's got two just low cards, returns a low card. Now he's going for half.
Yeah, exactly.
He gets half.
He's free rolling half
on the other side too.
I'm pretty sure we're supposed to fold there.
Because I don't think in PLO high though you can fold with two pot size bets left on 10-9-8. You're not gonna fold in PLO high.
No.
Queen Jack 6.
No.
You were in there somehow.
Yeah. I mean, we much obviously prefer to have at least a backdoor flush draw or a set, of course.
But even if you didn't have backdoors, you're not going to fold with two pot size bets left. It's not correct to fold.
Correct.
But thank you. But because of the fact that there's a low,
if low cards come in,
it's an interesting theoretical question. That
it's hard because I feel like obviously Azan hasn't done a lot of study work there. Just like you said, you're never in that spot because it's just so awkward.
Right.
Generally, if you have the Queen Jack, you have some other courting cards where you can improve to higher straights, things like that, or and you're suited, so you have some backdoor flush outs, something like that. You're just never in that spot where you're Queen Jack rag.
Yep.
And the worst rags were your paired rags.
So it's kind of interesting that the bomb pot rounds that we're playing here reminds me of the 8-16 games that I've done on Crush Light Poker.
If anyone, if anyone doesn't understand what the bomb pot is, they're all putting 25 pre, and then they're seeing a flop.
And then we play poker for normals after that.
Yes.
As normal as this can get.
I thought I saw someone ask. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt.
No, not at all. No, but I'm just saying that it's interesting how human nature is affected by this, because I did a video series on every single hand. You guys did 2 nights of 8-16 over the last year, and I talked about every single hand that was done over those 2 nights. And that game was loose. So most people were in pre-flop. Here, I can tell guys, they're decent poker players. Maybe they're not as well versed in big bet, high-low, so they're sort of being selective pre-flop.
Very selective.
But then when you sort of force them into a position post, like what the bomb pot is doing, you get into all these weird scenarios, which is playing similar to a limit
Which is one of the reasons why we play this game. So people in spots where they flop equity and they really don't know what to do with it,
Right.
and people inherently just didn't make mistakes.
Yeah, next time we play this game, we'll know. We'll start with the bomb pots, not the last 30 minutes.
I think you should just do the bomb
pot, PLO8, yeah, for the win.
Although that makes it such a huge game, a $25 bomb pot each hand.
Yeah, or you could do like a $10 bomb pot or something like that.
Play like 1-3-5 with a 10.
So this was the last hand here, and just I was just, I was kind of perplexed or just like laughing in my face. I now pick up Ace, King, Jack 3 double suited.
Wow.
It might even be a better hand. So
just drilling the deck.
Yeah.
Earl's got Ace, Jack, Jack, Deuce with a suit. Prefer to have the suited Ace. Bombs away, and we got a flop of King 8-8.
I don't think this is the last. Did they say that this was the last hand?
It's our last hand.
Because they didn't come out and tell us. Oh, Ace 6-5-3. Sorry, Jake. Ace 6-5-3. Because we had 2 more hands after this that were quite.
Oh, they were still bomb pots.
Yeah, they were still bomb pots. But if they can ever pick up 5 cards for Big O, it would be pretty fun too.
It would be great.
We're waiting for that to be approved.
I just haven't seen this particular system be able to pick up 5 cards. It would be super fun.
I apologize about Jake.
I have
may
the
not
plague.
make it till morning.
We'll see.
Oh, some people were texting me and I was like, what's the deal with that guy sneezing into the microphone?
I'm like dying
Literally,
over
I
here.
can show you the text.
I believe you. I believe you. Can't blame them. All right, guys, that's our show for tonight. Our first time streaming PLO8. I think if anything we've learned anything, we need to start the game with bomb pots.
Yeah.
Minimum bomb pots. That's it.
Or just have a lineup of less regs.
Less crushers.
Less
More
people.
people like, what game is this? What are we doing? What is this is?
What is this?
Well, usually Earl takes the lead with that, but in PLO8 you can't really splash around as much as you can in PLO high. It's just impossible. You're at like a card disadvantage.
Yeah, exactly.
Earl's not dumb. He's not going to just give
Give
his
them away money. Yeah,
Right,
exactly.
so
It's not going to happen.
Well, thank you so much for tuning in. Monday we got a 5-5 no limit, and Wednesday is Veronica and Friends. Maybe I can talk Bart into coming back. What do you think, Bart?
Maybe. I love Veronica and Friends.
Oh, I know you do. You don't remember
at
it.
the dive bar after the game.
You don't remember Veronica and Friends. You just remember cashing out an extra 3K or 4K or whatever the hell it
In a
was.
1-3 game, nonetheless.
In a 1-3 game, yeah. Thanks for joining us, ladies and gentlemen. Peace out.
Good night.
Oh my God.
Crush
I'm
Live
tired.
Poker.